Boom. I just paused it immediately. It didn't fade out. What's
Yeah.
up? What's up? We're still learning how to do this, but we are doing video and we are
Don't
here
hey
on
hey
the
don't lump me into that. That's you do
yeah,
all that shit.
I
But
just
don't
press all the
we are
buttons.
still learning. I just make graphics and shit, man.
I appreciate that. Welcome to Top Rope Renegades. We are here and we are doing the thing. This is our second episode doing the fun graphics in the background, our lovely faces, RK's guitars in the background. Um, my name is Kurt. As I said, that's RK. He's got his coffee. I got some cream soda. We got a lot to get into. There is so much going on in the wrestling world. We have two massive pay-per-view events this upcoming weekend, some news and rumors and innuendo, our favorite, to get into, and of course, recap what we missed. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. If you have to pick one of the two pay per views, which one are you looking more forward to?
Um, Honestly, King of the Rain doesn't really have a lot going on for it. I mean, it does have some big matches in it, but really, when you really think about it, there's not a lot of build up to any of it. The King of the Rain is the big thing of it. We're going to crown a king and a queen of the rain. Rumor has it is that both those winners are going to get a title shot at SummerSlam. I'm not sure if that's confirmed, but
That
that's what I
actually,
have
I
to
was
write.
going to add that when we get to the predictions. Triple H on Twitter did officially say that the stakes got higher. Saturday, the winner, they will get a title champ opportunity at SummerSlam. So that is
Oh yeah,
confirmed.
so that's cool. So I mean, there's a little at stake with that, but I mean, otherwise the matches. I mean, we got Cody and Logan.
Mm,
Come on. Anyways, nonetheless, we'll get into it as we break down those two shows this weekend. But Double or Nothing is definitely the one I'm looking for. This Anarchy and the Arena
yeah,
matches. After we just finished watching Dynamite a day late, we've both. I mean, I've been slam busy with work, and
mm,
I've fallen asleep the past two nights right as soon as I got off work. So it's been kind of
I
crazy. But
went to another state. I've been busy, so we're
so
doing the
so we
thing.
just finished watching up Dynamite there, and the ending there, man. There, this Anarchy in the Arena, it's going to be
Whew.
a barn burner, I believe is what JR used to call them. But
That's a very interesting way to put it, judging how Dynamite just ended with the burner.
no,
So
no
I
pun
respect
intended.
I respect it. Well, but technically, before we get into Double or Nothing, we're gonna have to talk about probably King and Queen of the Ring first. I would think, just for the simple fact that I think it's on Saturday, right? So we'll do
It
Saturday
is,
and then
yeah.
Sunday. So
In the morning, I think. Actually, in the morning,
yeah,
actually.
1 o'clock my time. 1 o'clock my time. So 10 o'clock yours. So we'll
We'll
see.
get to it. We'll
We'll
get to
see. Sunday may consist of watching a lot of wrestling,
it. Yeah.
so we will see. But we'll dive into King and Queen of the Ring right now. We'll do our predictions and we'll see what we got. Currently announced for King and Queen of the Ring. That's just a long name for a pay per view as well. But this graphic looks fantastic, by the way. Good job.
I
Great job.
appreciate it.
under
I'm doing
under
the
this.
best. They're gonna get better. This one was thrown together quickly, but now that I'm starting to get some templates made up, I'm gonna start doing some more stuff for us.
Well, let's kick it off with the Queen of the Ring tournament final. It will be Lyra Valkyria versus Nia Jax or Bianca Belair. We are recording this before SmackDown and before that episode airs of who's going to come out of that one. So I guess, RK, when you make this prediction, you're going to have to make it with who you think's going to win on Friday Night SmackDown.
It's what I've been saying. I think since last week. I'm not sure if I mentioned it when we recorded last week's episode, but I'm sure I said it during SmackDown from the past week. I think Nia Jax is taking this. It's just going to add more fuel to that ego of hers. They've been kind of giving her a push and whatnot, and I think this is the perfect tournament for her to win to give her a little bit more ego. She plays into the role so well, so I like the idea of her winning this. It'll really give her um, just make her head bigger than it already is, and I'm not saying that in a bad way because Nia Jax in this form, I've enjoyed Nia Jax since she's come back from her hiatus, and I'm actually all for her winning the whole thing. So I'm taking Nia on this. Nia and Lyra in the finals. Nia, sorry Lyra, but Nia's gonna crush you in the finals there.
I am going the opposite of you. I think it's going to be Lyra versus Bianca Belair, and I think Bianca Belair is going to be Queen of the Ring. And here's why I say that now, with the stipulation that was just added that the winner gets a title shot at SummerSlam. It fuels the Bianca versus Bayley storyline, and I think Bianca versus Bayley will be the match at SummerSlam. I'm going with Bianca to win Queen of the Ring.
Okay.
That's why I'm seeing it here. Let's get to the next one. Then King of the Ring tournament final. We're gonna speed through a lot of stuff. We have so much to get to. Gunther will be taking on the winner of Randy Orton or Tama Tonga. What do you got?
Oh man, I mean, it wasn't too long ago. Like I thought Jay was going through. Then I mean, we'll get into my Raw breakdown because I mean, it's you'll see what I felt
Mm.
about that match. But Gunther, I mean, it makes sense. Gunther's ever since he lost the Intercontinental title at exactly 660 days, like they could have picked a better day because every time they mention it now, they say 666. It just seems like a bad omen. But Gunther's on the rise, and I think Gunther for the title at SummerSlam makes sense. I'm taking Gunther in this, and I think it's going to be against Randy Orton. I think that's the kind of match you want at King of the Ring is Gunther versus Randy Orton. So Tama's busy doing other things. Tama doesn't need to be in the finals of the King of the Ring.
Is it? I my heart says Gunther. Um, but why do I feel like it's gonna be Randy Orton? And for the same reason I picked Bianca, because Randy versus Cody at SummerSlam would do
Oh,
amazing.
I mean that makes sense too. I mean,
I'm gonna go with Randy Orton. I'm gonna go just for my booking for the
I
picture.
like it.
Gunther
I'm
can get
I'm
pushed
still
into it.
I'm still
Whew.
sticking Gunther, but I'm still
I'm gonna take
it's gonna
Randy.
be if it's Randy versus Gunther, which I'm pretty sure it's
Mhm.
gonna be a hell of a match.
Up next, the Intercontinental Championship. Sami Zayn defending against Chad Gable and Bronson Reed. What do you think on this one?
Man, I don't like Bronson. I've said that once. I'll say it again. I don't understand him. I've never liked the big guys in WWE. That's ever been my thing.
Mhm.
This match, it's a wild card. I mean, I don't see them taking the title off Sammy yet. I just can't. I think Sammy comes out with the win, but it's this is coming down to Sammy versus Chad Gable. I don't even really think Bronson belongs in this match, if you ask me. So
That's fair.
it's a Sammy Chad thing. That's what the whole story, the whole angle has been for the past few weeks is Sammy and Chad. Why Bronson is there beyond me. He's getting a meteoric push for some reason. He was supposed to get it all the way back to the elimination chamber, but his wife had a kid and couldn't make it. But I'm not saying it. That call me stupid if I'm missing something. I don't know, but I'm not. I'm not even thinking of Bronson being in this match. This is between Chad and Sammy. And I think Sammy comes away with it. It's not time, but Chad is going to get that title eventually. This is far from over after King of the Ring.
I, for some reason, think we've fallen in love with these long title reigns. So I'm picking Chad Gable.
Is it really? It's only been 2 months. It's only been 2 months. It hasn't been that long. I'm talking like, let's get away from the 4 year title
I get
and
that. I get
the
that.
year and a half, but a 2 month title, that's not very long at
I,
all.
you're right. I'm gonna go Sami Zayn. But yeah, I think you're right. It's coming for Chad Gable soon. He's also gonna be paired up with the Creed brothers soon,
Yeah,
and
we'll get to that in during Raw there.
that's gonna be interesting. So I'll go with Sami Zayn. I kind of want Chad Gable to win it already, but we'll go with Sami Zayn both on that one.
The story's not fully fleshed out. You need the story to roll on for a bit. It's a good story. Let Chad go. Let Chad transition. They can't just flip him straight to heel. You're saying like he's being mean to Alpha Academy and he's talking to the Creed brothers, but he's still being nice to other talent
Mm,
backstage. You see that in little backstage that he's giving
mm.
high fives to like CM Punk and stuff. So it's a slow transition. You can't just thrust it upon the WWE universe that Chad's now a heel, even though we've wanted it for years. Let it flesh out, let him become a full on heel, and then give him the title. I just think it's too soon, but we'll see.
The Women's World Championship is on the line. Becky Lynch defending against Liv Morgan. What do you got? What do you think?
I mean, this comes down to politics almost in a sense because I haven't heard anything of Becky resigning yet. Her contract was well known to be up here immediately, like I would imagine shortly after King and Queen of the Wing. Liv's been on this tour. She's been top. I mean, a lot of people slammed her promo on Raw as being cringy and whatnot.
Mm.
I loved it. I love this Liv right now, and I know you do because you love Liv. But I man,
Hey, I'm a Liv fan.
if there's a title to change hands tonight, it's the women's title. I'm taking Liv in this one. I think I think this is setting up for when Rhea comes back. She should be back by SummerSlam, and that's going to be a Liv Rhea feud. So
Mhm.
it's setting up for it. She's been messing with Dom. Now we're seeing her getting out of vehicles with Finn. So like she's going after the whole Judgment Day right now. And there's other little pieces like Finn and Damien got their own thing going on right now, and there's
Mhm.
more we'll get into Raw about that. But man, I think Liv takes it here, and then it just builds. She continues to tear apart the Judgment Day, and when Rhea comes back, it's hell to pay.
Yeah, you already know. We're rocking with Liv Morgan here. And from a realistic standpoint, you can't wait too long to pull the trigger here. Do it. Just pull the trigger. Put it on Liv. Let's do it. Liv Morgan um, will be the new champion. And yeah, Becky Lynch's contract, we don't know yet. I don't think she's going anywhere, but
No, I don't. Maybe she takes some time off though.
mhm,
Maybe, or it's. I mean, if she wins this weekend, you're pretty much like, okay, her contract's pretty
she's
much
clearly
signed.
still around. And then
But yeah.
what I assume will be the main event of the evening, the WWE Championship on the line. Cody Rhodes defending against Logan Paul. Um, I don't think either of us are gonna pick Logan Paul here. I'm going Cody Rhodes. I just don't see any reason as to why Logan Paul wins this.
Outside of I would say it was actually kind of a cool contract signing and how they twisted it around because we all thought it was going to be for both belts, but really it's only for the one
Mhm.
belt. That even says even more. So there's no chance in hell Logan's winning this match.
No.
That being said, I think say what you want about Logan, the kid can fucking go. So
Yeah,
I
the
think this is
match.
going to be a really good fucking match, like a main event caliber match.
Yeah, the match is gonna be fantastic. I'm really looking forward to the match itself. I think they'll put on a good one. But there's just no way that Logan Paul is walking out with that title. I just don't see it
Not a
happening.
chance.
So that's our predictions for King and Queen of the Ring for the WWE PLE coming up Saturday in Saudi Arabia. So up next we have Double or Nothing taking place Sunday. They are, I think, in Vegas. I think it's gonna be in Las
It's
Vegas.
in Vegas, yeah.
And we got a hell of a card in front of us with this one. On the list that I'm reading off of, I don't think they've added it yet. But currently, as we speak, it will. I think we both agree it's going to be on the fucking pre-show. The
Hey,
Bullet Club.
at least he's getting dynamite time now. So
True.
it's a step up.
The Bang Bang Gang, Bullet Club Gold, Jay White, and the Guns. Right now, it is billed as a singles match. There's something that's going to be happening on Collision on Saturday to determine if they'll be defending the titles against Death Triangle. So, spoiler for the Dynamite we just watched. Ray Phoenix is back. Ray Phoenix is back with Penta and Pac, and they are the Death
Pock?
Triangle.
Pack. Pock?
Pac, Pac, is it
Is it Pack? It's
Pac?
Pot.
Pac.
It's
The Bastard. And yeah, so Death Triangle's back. There will be a match taking place on Collision to determine if it will be for the trios titles. I assume it will be. And yeah, so that'll be on the pre-show.
I
And
mean, they
then
would have set this up with the Death Triangle coming back and it not be for the titles. Like we
that,
all know AEW loves to throw together random title matches for no
yeah,
reason whatsoever already. So it's gonna be
that
a title
match,
match. Like,
that match is gonna be fun. That match is gonna be really
oh
fun.
yeah.
Who do you got?
I got Bullet Club taking it. I'm still 100% behind them. Bang bang gang.
Hmm. Hmm.
I don't know, man. I love Jay White. I mean, I don't really give two shits about the Guns, but
Yeah,
Jay White's the shit, man.
yep,
And he's too good. He's a mastermind at the business. He's a wicked wrestler. He's probably one of the best on the mic, no matter what the fans say, as we found out tonight.
yeah.
But I got to take the Bullet. I mean,
It's gonna be a good match.
Death Triangle coming back. It is questionable. It is possible they could take it. I'm
Mhm.
going. I'm going with what I want. So I got to take Jay and Bullet Club on this one.
All right, let's dive into what may be the main card. It is a very deep card here. We'll start things off with Roderick Strong defending the AEW International Championship against Will Ospreay. Who do you have winning this
Osprey. I,
match?
unless something happens with the Don Callis family that might
Mhm,
change the outcome of that. But you're not going to give Will Osprey a loss at a title match
mhm.
on a pay per view when he's the best wrestler
Yeah.
in the fucking world. You just can't. So unless it's like a big, huge turn by the Don Callis fan here, Osprey comes with the win.
I'm gonna pick Roderick Strong, and I'm gonna pick it by those means you just went with. Mainly because I don't
I
think
don't
Will
I don't
Ospreay
see
is
I
the.
don't see it happening yet. I don't see it happening yet. There's not
I
enough build up to them turning on him yet.
Yeah, they
There's little
shouldn't do it.
clues, but there's I
We'll
mean,
say. I'm only
just
saying
out of
this
nowhere.
mainly
Just out of the fucking blue, they're just gonna fucking turn on him for no like there's no build up whatsoever. They're just gonna say, he's out.
yes,
Okay, sure,
we're talking
whatever.
about AEW here. Um,
Hey, yeah,
I just
yes,
don't want. I just
yeah.
don't want Will Ospreay with the AEW International Championship.
I
That
said this
makes
last week. It's a
zero
dumb
sense.
title from New. It's like Okada winning the
Bad
fucking
idea.
Intercontinental Cup. You've got to
Terrible
stop
idea.
with that.
It's a terrible
Don't do that ever again. Um, but yeah, whatever. What fucking belt did Okada have? The international
No, he's got the Continental Championship.
Yeah. So, why? Why are we giving arguably the biggest star in the world in Okada, like ruled New Japan for over a decade,
Yeah,
and you got arguably the best wrestler in the world, and you're putting them on mid card titles? Fuck off. Like, no, no. But yeah,
yeah.
whatever.
That's
It is
why I'm.
AEW, so I'm sure some stupid shit will happen, and it'll just make no sense on the
Yeah, so
whatever.
that's why I'm going with Will to
And yeah, I'm
lose.
not. I'm bashing on AEW right now because it's fucking stupid. You got Osprey. You got Osprey. Why is he not in something bigger right now?
Well, and
Like,
that's what I think. This is me booking it. I think they turn
give him
on
all
Will.
the fucking Kenny Omega held 3 belts like fucking 3 years ago. Fucking give Omega three. I mean Omega. Fucking give Osprey 3 belts. It'll make sense. I'm here for it. Give him
Mm.
all the belts. Give him the trio titles. Make him win the trio.
I
He
just
could.
think that if they turn on him, he loses. So it's not really a technical loss. He
Well,
whatever.
no,
He
obviously
wins
not.
by DQ.
It's like not taking the pin in a triple threat. It doesn't really
Yeah.
count as your loss.
Um.
You did lose the match. But no, it's still a dumb turn because there's been no hint to it. They just brought Orange Cassidy. No, they've been like little like
But I know
pissed off
this is the big
brothers
one though
fucking
now, right? This is okay, we're replacing you with Orange Cassidy, which is
uh,
wild to say that just came out of my mouth, but like I because
I mean
if they do it, it leads perfectly to what I want to happen for their next big pay-per-view when they go to Wembley, then they can have Will Ospreay take on Swerve Strickland. He's going to win at Wembley. It just makes sense. So, but it's AEW, so nothing makes sense. Up next, the women's world championship on the line. Timeless Tony Storm defending against Serena Deeb.
can we talk about how Timeless was at Ruby Soho's wedding this
Yeah,
past week, and she was in black and white in the color picture.
mhm.
Everywhere she goes, I love it. Always
She's
in
really good.
character. She's so fucking good.
Just for that, she retains.
Yeah, so fucking good. But Tony Storm versus Serena Deeb for the AEW's Women's Championship. Who's winning? I don't know.
I got.
I think her name starts with a T and ends with an M.
I'm
Like
taking
this
TT.
this
Taking TT Storm.
this fucking match doesn't even matter. Like, fuck off. It's Tony all the way. But I
Yep.
don't even care about this match. But Serena Deeb,
Yeah.
yeah, you were popular for a hot minute when you were CM Punk's side chick.
There we go. Now we'll talk about a match that has a lot of heat building into it. It is the AEW TNT Championship. Adam Copeland defending against Malachi Black in a barbed wire steel cage match. What do you think about this?
Dude, I was pumped for this match from the second they announced it a week and a half ago. I'm right fucking amped now after we got Brood
Yeah.
Adam Copeland. I guess
Yes.
it'd be Brood Adam Copeland now. But man, that bloodbath, I geeked out. I was like, yes, let's fucking go. We're getting this edge.
Mhm.
Adam Copeland, I'm all for it, man. This match is gonna be hard hitting, brutal. We know now for a fact Edge can still go at 50 and go hard.
Mhm.
This match, Malachi's been in some high profile matches back in his time in NXT. We got two absolute wicked in ring work. This match could take the whole night. Like, this match could be the match of the night.
What do you got?
Adam Copeland, man. I got Adam on this one. I don't see Malachi winning it, but oh fuck, it's gonna I wouldn't be surprised if Malachi won it, but I think Adam, like, he's bringing out this side of him, this side that Malachi wanted, and I think Adam's got to take it.
This is tough. This is
Unless
yeah.
Malachi wins it and we get like the new brood out of Malachi, Buddy,
Because
Brody, and Adam.
He's been having those weird moments ever since he got misted. So maybe this is I don't know. Maybe it's the mist has changed him, but not how Malachi thought, and now he's back into his old ways, his brood edge. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Adam Copeland to retain, but I will not be surprised if Malachi wins this one.
100%.
At all.
It's a toss up at this point because it's a hard match to judge on who's going to win. But if I'm going with you're not giving Adam the loss here, but you
Right.
could. I just more or less care that this could be the match of the night. Like, it's going to be good.
Up next, it's everybody's favorite. It is an eliminator match, the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship eliminator match. Konosuke Takeshita taking on John Moxley. If Takeshita wins, he will get a title championship opportunity later down the line. Who you got, RK? I
All
know you
right, so
love this.
I read on Reddit some guy explaining the eliminator match concept to somebody who
Okay,
said, "What the fuck's an eliminator match, right?" And he's like, "You guys are idiots. They do this in New Japan all the time. It's to show if he's good enough to challenge the champion for the belt." But here's my thought process on this: how everybody thinks it is a good match is an idiot because really, if you beat him once to get that title shot, shouldn't you beat him again? Because you already beat him. You proved you can beat him. You
right?
beat him. Why would you not beat him again in the same match down the road? Like,
I think it gives the champ time get a little more
no,
scouting.
it does. No, it does not. It's just you're better than him. You beat him.
Uh,
So if you don't beat him the second time for the title, what the fuck was the first match for? It's dumb. I fucking hate eliminator. I don't care if New Japan does it.
yeah.
I don't care. It's dumb. I they should just have a match
Well, who
and
wins?
then
Who wins then? This non-important match.
it's not important. I bet you Takeshita does take it from Moxley, honestly, because it's not important. But then he loses to Moxley in the title match, so what the fuck does it even matter?
I agree with you 100%. I think Takeshita wins, and actually, you know what? No, Takeshita wins, and then Mox defends the title and beats him. That's what's gonna happen. I agree with you.
And it's dumb.
Um,
It's dumb. It's fucking dumb.
Apparently
But
this is
whatever.
happening. I for some reason may have spaced this, or I didn't see it get announced. Trent Beretta versus Orange Cassidy is
I
happening.
did see that. It was announced though in the last couple of days, I think, but
Okay.
might have been announced on Collision actually. But
There's been a really
uh,
good build for this. This is a grudge right here. This is a real one. Um,
this is a match that's got a story behind it. It's got history. It's got violence to it. Orange has been. Oh, he's got Don Callis on his side now. Orange took the last match against Trent Beretta, so I don't think it's done yet after this match. I think Trent Beretta takes this, and they have one final match to finish off the feud. I think Trent Beretta takes this match.
I'm gonna go with the fan favorite. I'm gonna go with Orange Cassidy on this one. I just think, yeah, they'll get a nice little Orange Cassidy dub. Ooh, let's see, my mind's spinning now. I'm gonna go Orange Cassidy, and then Don Callis is gonna come out there and celebrate with him. There you go.
Okay.
Uh, I was thinking maybe I don't know. Trent wins and Don Callis comes out and he actually teams with Trent Beretta instead. He's like, I'm going with this guy. It's Don Callis. Who the fuck knows? This is the
Or
match
who
that
cares?
yeah, I don't really care. This is the match that we're really looking forward to. Everybody is looking forward to this match. It is the FTW Championship match. It is the Learning Tree, Chris Jericho defending against Hook and Katsuya Shibata in a triple threat match, and I'm so excited for this match. So excited for it. Chris Jericho did it. He got it over. Hey guys, hey, how you doing? Good job, guys.
Man, oh, you did it again.
I had to do
You,
it. I had to do it.
this fucking idiot over here figured out how to automatically do
I
emojis,
knew
and
it was a thing.
I have an older Mac, so it doesn't fucking work. But now he can't stop doing it. Don't, 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 don't. That does anything? There you go. That's what it is.
There
Yeah.
it is.
Party time. Um,
What do you
What are we
think?
talking about?
FTW Championship. Chris Jericho's
Oh yeah,
defending in a
okay.
triple threat
So
match.
we'll get to it on Dynamite. Jericho also we'll get in the news room and into it. It's a lot of build up to this whole thing, but Jericho's a fucking genius. I'm sorry that I said a month ago he should retire. He should not. He should keep running with this because he takes everything from it and he makes it a working shoot, a shoot work. However he's just so fucking good at it. He's been in the business so long. He knows how to take anything and make it turn into gold. So, oh man, this match. We're really getting another Jericho and Hook match, aren't we? Yeah, that we are. And Shibata, great,
Mm,
cool. It's an FTW rules match, though, right?
yes, always.
Okay, so that could definitely make it a little bit more interesting because Jericho and Hook had that FTW rules match, which has actually turned out to be a fucking
Mhm.
banger. So you fucked off, and I'm like, dude, you're missing actually probably the best match of the night. So um, oh, Jericho's gonna find a way to win it. He's gonna find a way to win it. Jericho's taking it.
I agree with you. I'm going to take Chris Jericho as well. I'm going to add more to that. Up next, a friend of mine, a sweetheart, a person who I have spoken to.
A friend.
She's a friend. We're friends. We're friends.
Okay, cool.
With her
I'm on.
personality, she's friends with everybody. It's Willow
I don't doubt it.
Nightingale defending the AW
I've become
TBS.
a huge Willow Nightingale fan over the last month. I
She
think
was growing
what
on
she's doing
me.
is awesome.
She's growing on me, and then meeting her and like legit having a full on conversation with her in an elevator ride to her interview. Yeah, she's amazing.
Oh, weird. The fire button just pressed itself and we're stuck. I don't know what's. Well, I'll just have to sit here and talk for the next little while. Should have pulled that.
So, how's your life? Willow Nightingale will defend her TBS championship against Mercedes Monet in Mercedes Monet's first match in AEW. What you got, RK?
I don't know. I don't. Fucking poor Willow, man. Like seriously, she's getting hot. Like she
Hmm.
actually, I do think she's pretty hot, but she's getting hot. Like in the sense of she's on fire right now. Like why stall her shit right now with Mercedes? Like you're not giving Mercedes the loss here. You're just not. Like that'd be the. Actually, you might. It might just be AEW's that dumb enough to sign Mercedes Monet when she was still injured, have her just talk for 3 months straight, which has been hit or miss. I mean, she's had some good little zingers here and there, but for the most part, I mean, Mercedes has never been the best promo cutter. Her in ring work is what matters. Um, and then have her lose her first match because that is actually something AEW would probably do. Man, Mercedes. Fuck. I'm taking. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't. Willow is so fucking on fire right now. Why
They're
would you stall her?
they're gonna swerve us. They're gonna swerve us.
Which is which is
Willow's
fine.
winning.
Which is
Everybody
fine,
in
but
the world
it's
expects
also
okay.
it's also dumb as shit though because now you're just making Mercedes look fucking weak in her first match.
No,
Yeah,
no.
you are.
I
No,
think
you
we'll put
are.
on a good match. You could
It doesn't matter.
honestly.
She's taking the loss. She's already been getting criticism for the last 3 months, and now she takes a loss in her first match.
There,
It's going to be eaten up by everybody.
there's two ways I've looked at this, and that is Willow wins. They swerve us because everybody expects Mercedes to win, or Mercedes wins and Chris Statlander finally turns on Willow because Chris has been having those like random moments with Trent where Trent's like telling her things in her ear.
100%. And there's also the pauses in behind Willow after she wins, and she's like, "Oh wait, no."
Uh-huh, uh-huh,
She's kind of like having
uh-huh.
those edge moments. So
And we still don't know who attacked Mercedes. It was Chris, I think. It hasn't been confirmed, but
this whole match just sucks in general, though, because
I don't want Willow to lose. She doesn't
I don't
deserve it.
want Willow to lose because she's on fire right now. But having Mercedes lose is
I'm
just a
going Willow
dumb move.
Nightingale.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Yeah, I'll have the party balloons for that. I'm okay with
That's
that.
for Willow. That's for Willow.
That is for Willow, and it's okay.
This one too. This one's for Willow too.
Still, no, just stop her. Holy, this dude's like a fucking child. I'm old. I'm tired, and I work with fucking children.
and then when Willow loses, it's thumbs down, and I'm gonna be really upset about it. We'll
Oh my
save
god,
the next match for this.
this is the last episode we're ever doing. Fuck this
Uh,
shit.
we're going back to audio. Um, Up next, we'll do the Swerve Strickland versus Christian Cage for the AEW World Championship match. This won't be the main event. I think that the Anarchy in the Arena match will probably
Yeah.
close the show.
Oh no, they're booking it as a triple main event, which I don't think they understand how main
Oh
events work.
yeah,
But
yeah. I
I,
forgot about that
it's a triple main event, people. So we have three main events, but that's not actually possible.
because the
It's
main event normally closes the night.
the
But
main event is the main event, and then the show matches in front of the main event are not the main event. So you can't have a triple main event unless you have three simultaneous matches going on. Like,
I picked Swerve. Who you got?
yeah, I got Swerve too.
It's simple. But this is what we definitely want to
Although,
hear.
although it's gonna be a good fucking match.
It
Christian,
will be. It will be.
it's gonna be a good match.
What do we got? The Elite. It's this. This is the Anarchy in the Arena match. The Elite, the Young Bucks, Kazuchika Okada, Jack Perry taking on Bryan Danielson, Darby Allin, and FTR. Anarchy in the Arena. This is
Well,
gonna be
no, the
wild.
last graphic we saw is it's still Eddie
Oh
Kingston.
yeah, at the end of Dynamite, they put the old graphic up.
Like, come on, figure your shit out.
This is gonna be a
Anyways,
fantastic match. I'm not gonna dwell on it much. You've been doing. You can dwell on what you think is gonna happen. I'm picking the Elite.
I'm taking Team AEW.
I think you're right. It is going to be Team AW, but I really want the Elite to win just to carry on this shit
They can
show.
still carry on with the loss.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'll go with Team
And
AW.
what where they are, they're in that territory where for them it literally doesn't fucking matter. Win, lose,
Yeah.
tie. They're in a territory right now where they are the hottest thing AEW's got going as far as a storyline. It's been well fleshed out for actually okay. So the brawl out footage and all that shit. The
Mm,
story is long term and it's all so perfect right now, and they keep building on it. So a win loss, they just keep rolling it on to the next week. It doesn't matter. They lose, they win. They lose, they flip it around and say blah blah blah. This was
yeah.
Jack Perry's fault. They make him a scapegoat again or some shit. Like I don't. They can do whatever they want with it. They can lose and still have this story going full force. They
So
are the elite versus AEW,
we're
and
both
that can go on forever. It was the
yeah
corporation versus like it can go on forever.
yeah. We're both gonna go Team AW, but this is the most important question I have. What is Darby Allen gonna fall off of?
Probably the top of the stadium or the
That's
arena.
fine.
I'm guessing
That's
he's
fine.
gonna like pull a stain move, but without the harness,
Now, if
like
the Elite don't show up in like a bus from the city,
and
they
hit him.
that would
Hit
be
that motherfucker with the bus.
that would be insane. This match is going to be all insanity. Like it's hard to describe what we think is going to happen because we don't know what's going to happen because this is a group of people that are going to do some wild stuff, and I'm looking forward to it.
If it's anything like you told me once there was another Anarchy in the arena match
Yeah,
before,
there
was
was.
there?
There
Or
was. I don't remember watching it.
it might
Uh,
have been the Stadium Stampede match you're thinking of. Anyways,
it's
nonetheless.
similar to that.
So the last one of the most memorable matches I can remember was when the MJF was feuding off against who was it? Chris Jericho, Jericho Association Appreciation Society. The Stadium Stampede. That match was amazing. I love that match. So I expect the same thing from this match.
So the last Anarchy in the Arena match was at Double or Nothing. It was 2002. 2002, yes. This
No,
was
not 2002 because
Jesus
2002
Christ.
AEW didn't exist.
2022. This was the CM Punk Adam Hangman Page main event match.
Okay.
Um, this was the Jericho Appreciation Society, which was Chris Jericho, Daniel Garcia, Jake Hager, Angelo Parka, and Matt Menard taking on the Blackpool Combat Club of Bryan Danielson, John Moxley, Eddie Kingston, Santana, and Ortiz. The match went 22 minutes and 45 seconds. And just for
Well, actually, I think we'll have to find that match because I don't think I've ever seen that match.
And then just for clarity, CM Punk defeated Adam Hangman Page for the AEW World Championship at this night as well, in a 25-minute match. And this was when MJF walked out on stage as CM Punk was celebrating to interrupt him and set up one of potentially the greatest feuds in AEW history.
Hands down, greatest feud
Um,
in AEW history.
I can't wait till MJF shows up in WWE and he stares down CM Punk again because I will pop hard. So that is our predictions for Double or Nothing this Sunday. and can't wait to watch both of them. We'll be tuning in. Probably watch both of them on Sunday. We can probably catch up on Saturday for Saturday night when I get done working. But who knows how long I'll be working because it's just all insanity here in Indianapolis. It is the greatest spectacle in racing weekend, and everything is nuts around this city. Boston Celtics fans are really pissed off right now because there's nowhere to stay in Indianapolis because all the hotels are booked for the Indy 500. So I told them all, good luck, go stay in Gary or Kokomo, Indiana, and deal with the crackheads. It'd be fantastic. Great
Oh,
sightseeing.
you got those down there too. Okay, cool.
We got
Options here.
we got Gary is
I feed I feed them out my back window like it's like their wildlife.
no, they're people too, kind of.
Yeah,
Something
well,
like
we don't talk politics on this show. Let's
that.
fucking move on before we get ourselves canceled.
All right, well, let's keep it pushing here. Yeah, I don't know who I am. Hope we close it down. Let's jump into the news, rumor, and innuendo, shall we, RK? I don't know where I'm going to put us on this one. We'll do this one right here. How about this? Boom. No, not that one. This will work, maybe.
I am not the little spoon. Don't ever fucking do that again.
We'll go with
Actually,
the. We'll just do this.
this
We'll go with
yeah,
this.
let's go. Yeah, let's go.
News, rumor, innuendo, RK. This is a fun time that you have. What you got? What you got this week? Anything
All
crazy?
right. So, Raj Desi,
Who the fuck is that?
I got some news for you.
Okay.
He says
Okay.
there is no Jinder Mahal news this week.
Did he let you know that?
There's none this week. I got so just we
I'll
must
tell you
go to
what.
the next section.
I can't wait until you fucking find a way to use Cameo or something and buy a fucking video
Oh shit!
for
I'm gonna
me.
get us a cameo.
Get us a cameo for the show. You're listening to Top Rope Renegades. My name is Raj Deji. That's the day I quit. I'm fucking done. I don't know why that just crossed my mind, but that'd be fucking hilarious.
Oh, dude, I'm doing it now. Actually, I was looking at cameos the other day. Get the Hale cameos. I was thinking of getting myself one.
What the
Can you
fuck?
can you get yourself one?
I think that's weird. I'll get you one for your birthday or some shit.
Uh, anyways, yeah, she's on there. So
What the
just so you know. Uh
fuck? Wink. My birthday's in a couple months, so
oh fuck. Okay, what are we doing here? News rumor. Okay,
what do you
cool.
got?
All
You don't
right,
have
PW.
any good stuff for me?
I'm dying here. I smoke too much and I don't take care of myself and I'm dying. That's cool. Okay. Anyways, PW Insider Eddie Kingston's injury. It has been confirmed he has a tibular fracture to his leg. They are hoping that he can return for All In at Wembley, which seems ridiculous if you have a broken leg right now, but maybe. It all depends on if he needs surgery or not. So they're saying there's a chance that we'll get Eddie Kingston back by Wembley. Dude, I'm not sure if I care, but I think the Anarchy in the Arena match would actually been a lot of fun with Eddie, but Darby might be the next best thing. So
Yeah, can I add to what you're talking about with this? Apparently, him getting Darby Allin getting involved. I don't know if you have this in your notes. He pitched all of it. He was helping his dad move. Um, and he learned that Eddie Kingston was out and hurt, and he called Tony Khan and he said, "I'm in. Like, let me know." And this is the same dude that had the
well,
broken foot.
he's one of the four pillars of
It
AEW.
makes
So
sense. It totally makes sense. But this is the dude that had his foot broke in March, couldn't climb Mount Everest, got hit by a fucking bus in New York City
he
on
got
April
he got Final Destination by a bus.
on April 27th, which he suffered a broken nose in that. And then he returned on May 15th to take part in this. Darby Allin's a psychotic motherfucker. That's all I can say. He is insane.
He, he's a legend. He cemented his name in the annals of
Pro
wrestling
wrestling.
history, man.
Pro
Like
wrestling.
he definitely
He
has.
is
He will
incredible.
be he'll be recognized as one of the
Who you have to remind
he's like a modern day of Mick Foley, willing to do anything for the fans to make a show happen.
I have to remind myself, and maybe you'll know off the top of your head, who are the four pillars of AEW again? It's him,
MJF,
Darby Allin.
Darby Allin,
I just found it. I just googled it. It popped up. It was MJF, Darby Allin,
John Moxley.
Jack, Jungle Boy Jack Perry, and Sammy Guevara.
Who the fuck came up with the four pillars of AEW? Was that Tony Khan? Was that his choice? Were those his picks?
Uh, I
Who
I
the
don't
fuck
know.
coined that? The only
I,
two that make sense is Darby and MJF, but the other fucking Jack Perry, a pillar, that guy, and Sammy Guevara. When's the last
so
time he's even been on fucking
actually,
TV?
it was in September 2021, and MJF was the one that coined all four of them, the four pillars.
All right, well that makes a little bit more sense because he's probably sees the talent back. We'll see shit backstage that the higher ups won't always see. So
So this is
I can
apparently
respect that a little bit more. If it was Tony Khan, then he's a fucking idiot. But
this was used in Japan for their four legendary wrestlers of Misasaru Misawai, Kenta Kaboshi, Takashi Tosaki Kawada, and Akira Tao were like the four pillars apparently of Japan.
Kenta is a fucking legend.
Kenta Kabashi, yes, yes. All right, what more news do you got for me here?
Uh the documentary that was announced that was going to be released shortly after WWE's WrestleMania this year that has not yet released.
Mm-hmm.
Um, People backstage of WWE believe that it's being held up by The Rock.
Yeah.
That he has his hands on it, and he's not letting it be released until it's perfect. That being said, longtime writer Brian Gewirtz has said that The Rock is not who's holding it up. It's just that they jumped the gun with announcing it too soon.
Well,
It's
yeah, I
just
felt that. I genuinely thought that too because if you remember, we would get the like WWE 24-hour things from WrestleMania the year prior, like weeks before the next year's WrestleMania. So I think
yeah,
it takes a while. I wouldn't.
yeah. No,
They did.
I
They
don't
jumped
think
the gun. They
there's a
jumped the gun.
lot of shit. The people are like they're talking about Ryan Reynolds and the movie that they shot that The Rock cost it to be like $200 million over budget. I don't. Sounds like people are just finding a way to hate on The Rock. I don't know, but I'll take Brian Gewert's word on this. That guy's a legend in the
Yeah,
writing annals of
George.
WWE. So
Like how you say his name. It's
he,
Brian
that's how Bruce Pritchard says it. I
It's
think,
Brian
or
Gortz.
it's Gewert's.
It's Gortz. Brian
It's
Gortz.
It's GEWIRTZ.
It's Brian Gortz. You fucking
Keywords.
Canadian. You Canadians and you're English.
Anyways, nonetheless, he goes on to say that we should be seeing it really, really soon. So we'll probably get it in the next month here or so. Um, Dave Meltzer, our favorite wrestling god, knowledge of everything. Yeah, whatever. But he believes, and the rumors are is that John Moxley versus Naito for the IWGP Championship at Forbidden Door. So
Oh, that would make sense.
a
I mean,
rematch at Forbidden Door, John Moxley, Naito. Let's make it happen.
and if I'm being honest, I want Naito to win that.
It needs to go back to New Japan. Moxley
Yeah,
needs to take care of AEW shit.
yeah,
I
because
mean, you're already putting him on with the IWGP title on your openers and closers while you got your actual champion getting his ass kicked in mid card matches. So
don't
fuck it.
even.
But yeah, get it back on Naito, get it back in Japan where it belongs. Let Moxley deal with AEW shit. That's where he belongs, and that's what he should be focused on. He's won the title, and you got to stop with that shit. And he won his title, which is what he wanted to do. That's great. It's not going to hurt him to lose it. It's not even his own company's belt. So put it back on Naito. Let New Japan have their title back. Natalia, her contract is said to be expiring in a couple weeks. That being said, there's been no notes of a re-signing yet, but it's kind of hard to believe with her tenure in WWE that she's going to go anywhere, right? Like, you can always trust on Natalia. She has world Guinness record for most matches in the WWE or some shit. Like, can you just let her walk? Can you? Like, a legacy, like Heart Foundation, like the last living member of the Heart Foundation. Well, not last living member, but last
Right.
member of the Heart Foundation in the WWE.
I don't
Like,
see her
you
going
you
anywhere
can't just
else.
let her walk.
I don't see her going anywhere else. But there's nothing for her. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see.
It's not necessarily there's nothing for her. She actually just said that she wants the main event WrestleMania before she's done. Good luck with that.
Love you, Natty. I don't know about
Uh-huh.
that.
I'm not 100% who this guy is. I've seen these movies, but I don't know who the actor is. But Emmy winner Paul Walter Hauser. He had an
Yes.
interview with The Wrap. He's had
Yes.
supporting roles in I, Tonya, Black Klansman, Late Night, The Five Bloods, and Cruella. Um, he says that he is literally talking to Mick Foley right now about the potential of playing him in a movie or a limited series. Do we want to see a Mick Foley biography?
Paul Walter Hauser.
Oh,
Um,
okay, I know who that guy is.
he is
He told me
fantastic.
so
He's
they're thinking of making a Mick Foley movie. I'm
he
here for it.
wrestles. He wrestles. He had a match with Matt Cardona.
What?
Um, he literally is a professional wrestler. When he won the
Okay.
Golden Globe, we weren't watching NXT yet, but he actually had an appearance on Collision and Rampage with his Golden Globe. But he won the Golden Globe, and in his acceptance speech, he took shots at Matt Cardona because he had a match coming up with Matt Cardona.
Okay. That's
There's a
cool.
fantastic interview. I'll send you the link. He did with Chris Van Fleet. Fantastic interview. You learn all about Paul Walter Hauser. He
All right, cool, cool.
he's good, dude.
So
Good dude.
so back to my original question. A Mick Foley
Yes,
movie, a biography.
that would hit hard.
It's so good. I if that's true, I want to see it.
And
I
and
take my fucking money.
if it's Paul Walter Hauser, it's the perfect guy for it. He does know professional wrestling ins and outs. He's a fan and he knows his shit and he knows how to go in the ring for an actor that is of his caliber. So I'm with it.
That's that's cool. All right, so yeah, thanks for knowing more about it than I did. But yeah, I just read Mick Foley. I'm like, I'm in. Take my money.
there you
So,
go.
Reign of Honor's Women's Champion Athena.
Yeah, you wouldn't know.
Pardon?
Sorry, I'm just irritated at them for not using her. But go on. She's fantastic. I love her. She's amazing in the ring. But she
What is
gets no
she in
love.
WWE?
She's in Ring of Honor. Wait, was she?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
was she in NXT? She
maybe
was in
I don't know.
NXT. We watched her. She's Ember Moon.
Oh, that's Ember Moon.
Yes.
Oh, the WWE fucked up with her.
Yeah, no, she's fantastic, but so is AEW. They're fucking up. She's the Ring of Honor Women's World Champion, and you just don't showcase her, but you'll showcase the trios title every fucking week. I'm sorry, it just
Oh shit. Okay, okay. I thought that it was Ember Moon, but I wasn't sure, so I didn't want to say. But yeah, so Ember Moon. So, anyways, I
one of the
first time I
greatest
saw
finishers
two,
ever.
WWE 2K19. I wasn't watching wrestling at the time, but I still played the video games, and I loved her entrance, her kind of supernatural entrance. And I was like, I dig this chick. So she was injured at a collision taping recently, and they're not sure how serious it is, but she might be out for a while.
Ooh, ooh, that's not good.
Um, yeah. So, and she's the Ring of Honor Women's Champion right now, and like you said, nobody's using her correctly except for Ring of Honor apparently, which is
Second
still, which is
favorite.
kind of like what the NX. Stop with it.
I was doing
Stop.
two for
Just
second. That was an accident.
just
That one was an accident. My bad, dog. My
okay.
bad.
Don't.
So that's on purpose. You know it's on purpose. Um, Athena is like my second favorite woman on Ring of Honor. There's a woman named Billy Starks. She's from Indiana.
I do know. I
Um,
yep.
love Billy Starks. She was when I was here when Dynamite was in town. She was up because, like I said, I was on the hard cam side. There wasn't really anybody around me. Her dad was up there. Her stepdad, cool dude, and she was up there talking. And I just was like, "Are you not having a match on the dark or anything?" Because normally when they're in a city, the local guy people get a shot. And nope, she didn't have a match. But she's the Ring of Honor Women's Television Champion, I think, currently. Uh,
Okay.
she's fantastic. She's like 19.
Shit. She's like Nick Wayne. Yeah. So, anyways, yes, that was
And
Athena. Yeah, Athena's injury. Okay, that was the
so
last thing I talked about. Cora Jade. Cora Jade. She was at an NXT house show. People were like, she disappeared. She no announcement or anything, and she says that she's still a few months away from returning to ring action, but she's making appearances again, so we're getting closer to getting Cora Jade back.
she just posted on socials her working out, no brace on the knee, actual running and stuff like that. And then with that clip, she posted the clip where she got injured in a dark match or whatever it was, like a house show match with Lyra Valkyria, where she went over the top rope to go into a flip move and her foot landed, and you just watched her foot just collapse.
Mm.
Um, so tough injury, but Cora Jade's fantastic. I hate that she got hurt as quick as she was back into the mix of things. I'm let's go. Cora's back.
So
Can't
yeah,
wait.
it looks like we're a few months away yet, but getting closer. So that's good news for NXT.
Her versus Roxanne would be amazing.
That's the first thing that popped in my head. Cora Jade versus Roxanne would be the actual feud for
They
Roxanne right now
and
that would work.
they were tag team. They were a tag team. They were a group, and this would mean Cora. And Cora's a heel. She's heel as fuck. But when she comes back, she's gonna get treated like a face, and you could
100%. You
do it.
come back from an injury like that long term, you have the choice to come back as a face instantly.
Yep.
It's like same thing as Roman. When he comes back, it's gonna
Oh,
be the biggest fucking pop since CM
oh,
Punk.
oh! I can't wait. We want Roman.
We do, but those guys deserve a break. They carried WWE. Him, Seth Rollins, they carried
Yep.
WWE on their backs all through COVID
Hmm.
and all through the last 2 years. Like they deserve their breaks that they're getting now. Everybody's like, "Oh, WWE's boring right now." Like, what? Yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah,
injury now, and guys are taking
but
breaks. They
let's
deserve it. They just gave
let's
us the most epic WrestleMania in the history of
let's be
WrestleMania. It's like,
honest. This is what it is with W. It's always been this way with WWE. That
yeah,
post
until
WrestleMania,
until summer comes along and SummerSlam gets rolling, it's always slow.
if you're watching it because you're people like us that watch it every week. But this is the time where most people just tune out because it's just this is what we're still dealing with the hangover of the greatest WrestleMania of all time.
But nonetheless, Seth, Roman, they deserve to take as much time as they need
Yep.
because they did everything for the company. Like Seth Rollins was literally falling apart after the match. Like I
Hmm.
don't even know how he could move. Like how he even did that last. It took him like 5 seconds to crawl into the ring for that spot, and he still did it. Messed up. Like the guy deserves a break. Roman deserves a break. Anybody who's injured right now deserves a break. This is the time to get healed and then get us running for the big shows coming up: SummerSlam, Survivor Series, Royal Rumble. We all know that WWE from SummerSlam on is to
Yep.
WrestleMania is their big time, and then there's like that 4 month period in between SummerSlam and WrestleMania where it's slow,
Hmm.
slow build, get things rolling, get guys healed for their big runs. So it is what it is. But um, yeah, man, I can't wait. It everybody deserves it. So on to the next bit of news. Chris Jericho. I alluded to this earlier. He basically came out and said he totally anticipated the negative reaction that he got in the match with Hook. And then he showed it tonight on Dynamite, feeding into what everybody's been saying about him, that he buries people, that all he does is win, that all he cares about is, and he fed into it. He said, "Yeah, I'm just here to win. I'm just gonna win." It's so fucking good, Jericho. He, like I said, he makes a work turn into a shoot, shoot into a work, whatever you want, however you want. He takes what's there and makes it work. Whether it's negative reaction, positive reaction, he takes it, flips it around, and just makes himself look like a wrestling genius. Wrestling god. Did he not use that as a
He did
moniker at some point? Yeah. So
lay sex god, by the way, at one
yeah.
point.
So Chris Jericho. I can't say more about him. Fucking Meltzer always hating on the WWE. He's not 100% wrong because knee jerk reactions are pretty much the way that everybody handles these things, but he's wrong in the sense that it was a mistake, and I don't think just anybody would have been fired for it. But Tiffany Stratton, he basically said if she wasn't a star like she is, she would have been fired on the spot for what she did. She retweeted a post that she probably didn't fully watch and deleted it as soon as she was like, "Oh shit, that's not good." Like people make mistakes. I would click on videos all the time and then send them to people, and Kurt goes, "You're a fucking idiot. That's not real." I was like, "Oh, you're right. Okay."
Yeah.
So whatever. Meltzer just hates on WWE for some reason, and he apparently hates Tiffany Stratton. But yeah, Triple H was sent the video on X multiple times by people, and he don't care. It's not like she meant it. I'm sure she apologized in the backstage. Was like, I didn't fucking know. Like, get over it, Meltzer. It's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a thing. So, more contract news. Mark Henry's AEW contract is set to expire by the end of this month. Um, I cool. I if
You
AEW
almost
doesn't like, he's not
you
going
almost
back to WWE.
forgot. You almost forgot about him. And people were saying they're like, Mark Henry, he goes on Busted Open and he just is always talking about WWE and he never really mentions AEW and he works for him. So they're like, yeah, just
Yeah,
let him go. Let him do his Busted Open thing.
yeah. Eric Rowan was spotted at the Performance Center again this week, so we're obviously with all the Uncle Howdy shit, Wyatt Six stuff that's been
Yeah.
ramping up in the last 2 weeks here. We're getting really close to the return of Wyatt Six. It's inevitable very
We
soon. We're probably I wouldn't be surprised if maybe we see something this weekend.
Well, there's a date,
Honestly,
in there was a cryptic date. The date for King and Queen of the Ring was in one of these things, in the source code, because people, Jesus, I mean, everything about this is crazy.
what's the
Um,
date right now? 23rd Friday.
yeah,
I don't know, I
it's
thought I saw the date for May 24th or something, but anyways,
it was 25th, May 25th.
20. Okay, so I think something's coming up at this pay. If it's on
Uh,
now, it's gonna be
I think it's
something's
happening. We
happening.
didn't talk about it in our predictions, but I think it's happening. I think
Like
Uncle Howdy.
this isn't gonna this is WWE people. This isn't gonna be AEW dragging out the devil story until it doesn't mean something anymore.
Well, that was
And
hampered
if we
because Adam got
yeah,
hurt.
whatever. They could have pivoted and figured it out. WWE would have pivoted and figured it out better than they did.
Yeah, it's true.
Um, because that whole story meant nothing. It ended. It hasn't been even spoken about since. Adam Cole got over the wheelchair a month ago, and he hasn't been seen again. Like, what was the point of the wheelchair? All I'm
Yeah,
saying is AEW fumbles their story so fucking quick, and they don't know how to pivot. WWE can pivot on a dime, but they're not going to drag this out for much longer than it needs to be. They have a good base set now. Eric Rowan's himself, Braun Strowman's back. Dexter Lumis has been spotty kicking around. Alexa Bliss, Nikki Cross. They have
mhm.
all the pieces that could possibly fit. Now they got all the stories behind it. They've been releasing longer and longer stories to set it all up, and now they're releasing a date. So there's a good chance we're gonna get something major at this weekend's pay per view, and I'm hoping we do. And I just saw Bull Dallas's bio today. He's only 33. Like if this gets going and it catches on, Bo could be a this thing
It's
could be
coming.
a mainstay in WWE for the next five years easy. So let's
It's
go.
coming. It is coming.
Uh PW Insider again. Drew McIntyre. He never seriously considered wrestling for anybody else but WWE, even while he was working out his new contract. There wasn't even the thought that crossed his mind
Why
that he was
would
going to
you?
go anywhere. Like,
Why would you?
yeah,
You're Drew. You're yeah. No, not a chance.
no.
He's going anywhere.
Former The Bump host Matt Camp
Yes,
claimed that the WWE only wants fans at post-event press conferences to avoid disruptive questions.
I guess. I guess maybe.
I don't think that's necessarily true because at the last press conference, uh, Triple H shut down took a shot at your boy there, Sean Ross. At
Yeah, yeah. I
so
saw.
I mean I don't think that's true at all. It's just probably Matt Camp being upset that he's not on WWE Network anymore. Uh betting odds, betting site. I actually forgot to write it down because I'm an idiot. But the betting odds seem to indicate that no title changes are going to happen at King and the Queen. Um,
You know how hard it is for me to believe in betting odds for professional wrestling.
exactly. Like,
Come on.
what are you going off of? You're going off of storyline. Like, do you have an inside? Like, it's
You-
like you and me making the predictions. We could tell you, yeah, those are the betting odds. Like,
It's a guess. It's an educated guess based on what we've been fed and what
it's a
we
fucking
know.
it's a written final that they already know the outcome. So really,
The WWE
why
sends
would you?
them the script, and they're like, "Here you go."
Yeah. So, anyways, Stephen Borden, who is the son of Steen, he's his youngest son, is now in training to become a professional wrestler.
Good, good. Keep it in the fam.
Keep it in fam. If he's training, apparently he's training with Darby Allin. So obviously
Shit. Get that kid
that's
away from
something.
Darby Allin. Get that kid away from Darby Allin immediately.
um, Julia,
Yeah.
WWE Julia, she was injured at Marigold debut show.
Mhm.
Um,
Fractured
the
wrist,
WWE, yes, the WWE is very hopeful that she'll be ready for Heat Wave in July.
July 7th.
Um,
July
so
7th. Yeah. What is it?
so
She got hurt.
some think that if she is ready for Heat Wave, it'll be against Roxanne Perez for the title.
Yeah. That's what I had that in my notes as well. That they were hopeful that it would still be her, but they could change. So she was hurt May 21st with a fractured wrist, and that event takes place July 7th.
Yeah,
So
in Toronto.
we'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
I don't know if I'm not busy as fuck with work in July, I might just head down to Toronto.
Why not?
So it's only a 3-hour flight, 4-hour flight. I can't remember.
Just drive.
Nonetheless, dude, yo, it takes me longer to drive from BC to Ontario than it just take me to drive across Ontario to Toronto. It's fucked up because of the Great Lakes. You got to go up and around. It's like a
Mm.
17-hour drive just around the fucking lakes. It's ridiculous. Nonetheless, I probably would drive because I'm not really a huge fan of flying. I had to do it for the oil fields for so many years, and I'm pretty sure I died like 7 times. So, um, AW Miro, they had hoped to have him back from his shoulder injury this spring.
Forgot all about
That's not
Rusev.
the case. It's taking way longer than it should. That's
Really?
not overly surprising because AW doesn't seem to understand how injuries actually work ever. So
I don't think he wants to work there anymore.
I honestly don't think he does too. He's probably still, everything. Yeah.
The divorce
Um,
with his wife. I mean, like, you
yeah.
know, why would you want to work there still?
Oh, speaking of his wife, she almost burned down her and Liv's house the other day. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did. That's
And in the photo, Liv Morgan's got a big ass blur from her
yeah.
fingers. Like,
She got arrested. Yeah, for that. Yeah.
I mean, it's not illegal to smoke weed, whatever,
She
but everyone's like, maybe you guys shouldn't be high as fuck and trying to cook.
she also Liv Morgan came out on a podcast and said that she is single. So that's cool
Yeah, yeah.
because
Apparently she was dating Bo, but I mean, I don't know how accurate that was, but
that was a while ago. I thought.
yeah. But everybody's saying that she broke up with Bo recently, but maybe she's just clearing it up. Like, no, I've been single for a while. Who
Yeah,
actually
maybe.
knows? But
So you're telling me
um,
there's a chance?
there's always a chance for you, buddy.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Just like I got a chance with Bailey. Um, where are we at? Oh, John Moxley doesn't like Twitter. He tells people to take it off their phones.
Okay.
He says it brings the worst out in people, which
It
is not
does.
fucking.
It
He's not
fucking
fucking wrong.
does.
He's
You
not
have
wrong.
no idea the arguments I have been in over the Indiana Pacers with the New York Knicks series that happened
Yeah,
last.
but the Pacers suck.
Well, we beat the Knicks, as I told the fans over
You're
and
also
over
down
on
two
Twitter.
nothing now against the Celtics.
Hey, the Celtics are actually a good team.
Anyways, Twitter.
Bring out the worst in me. You'll fucking see it.
I'm gonna tweet you on Twitter X right now that Pacers suck.
They do. There goes your
Hey,
argument.
shit. Bailey has tweeted out that she wants an Evolution 2 to take place.
I don't. I don't disagree with her, but I don't think
With
they.
the talent, with the women's talent in
If they
NXT,
do it, if they do it, it needs to be all current roster with NXT talent. We don't need any legends in this.
no, 100%. There's enough talent in the women's roster between the main
Mhm.
roster and the NXT roster that they could pull off a full pay per
The
view and it'd be a good pay per view.
NXT roster is so deep, it's crazy.
So it's best
It's
women's division in all of wrestling,
fucking
hands
crazy.
down. Last little bit. Gunther has said he still views Brock Lesnar as being his final boss.
I think Brock Lesnar may come back this year.
I read something here and I didn't write it down, but I read it. I glanced over. I didn't really read into it too much, but they said it's actually quite possible we'll see him around Royal Rumble next year. So
I just don't. Yeah, we'll see. Obviously, the whole lawsuit things are going on. He's, as Triple H said, he's just being Brock Lesnar at home. And I mean,
which he's more than happy doing because
what's gonna happen if he comes back? The fans are gonna boo him.
no,
Not a chance. It's Brock Lesnar. I think he'll come back, and I think we get that Gunther Brock match, and that could be Brock's final match. Truthfully,
100%. And also, I mean, I think Gunther's saying it for an obvious reason that he wants it
yeah,
to happen.
yeah. Gunther's not stupid because he was planting the
Yeah.
scenes leading up to Royal Rumble before all the shit happened and hit the fan. Because we were getting 100% in my mind at WrestleMania, we were getting Brock Lesnar versus Gunther.
Oh yeah,
So
should have happened.
they should have done it
This
anyway.
stupid fucking Vince McMahon shit ruined that. So,
Fuck Vince McMahon. We're better
anyways,
off.
that's all I got for news, rumors, and innuendo this
I
week. You have anything to add?
have one pretty big thing here. Two,
Ooh,
actually.
how did I miss big? How
Because
did I
they
miss
just
something big?
happened, like a couple hours
Oh,
ago.
okay.
Kenny
That's
Omega update.
a Twitter thing that I don't have
No, it's
because I'm
Fightful
old.
Select. Shout out to Fightful Select. Kenny Omega. We have an update on Kenny Omega. He had surgery for his diverticulitis
That's good.
on
That's
May
good.
16th in New York.
Okay.
There's no obviously creative plans. It'll still be a lengthy recovery, but he did have the surgery, so
That's good. Because
there we go.
there was a time there where he wasn't sure he would
He
even
was gonna try and
qualify
let
for
it
the
heal.
surgery.
He was like trying to
Yeah,
see if
but I
it would
think they were saying
heal.
like he couldn't even qualify for the surgery because it wasn't. They couldn't actually do the surgery. It wouldn't do anything. So that's good news that he was able to get it.
And then the other news that I came across from Fightful Select involves a certain man by the name with three initials MJF.
Is it the one where they said that they're going to try to rush him back now?
All this says is Maxwell Jacob Friedman could be nearing a return. There is no certain date, but they are really wanting him to be back for Forbidden Door, which takes place in New York, if not sooner.
Yeah, that's what I
Um,
read too. I read
me
that just
personally,
before we started.
me fucking personally, they need him. They fucking
Hundred
need
percent. He
and
would.
if he can, if there is the chance, maybe he makes an appearance in this Anarchy in the Arena match. Because Darby Allen, maybe he can't go fully. He's gonna, but it's like
Oh, Darby Allen will go until he literally. No, he probably still go when he couldn't walk. He
right.
barely can walk right now.
Um, I it'd be great to see MJF show up at Double or Nothing.
Dude, we kid around and say MJF's going to WWE. I honestly don't care if he goes AEW, WWE. I just want him back on TV.
I'll be honest with this: AEW needs him more than WWE.
100%.
So
But he would thrive in WWE with.
he
Oh, I
would,
think he would.
he would. There's
Oh,
and I think, and Cody even said it. He's gonna end up in WWE at some point. We don't know
yeah.
how long he's current. We know he
Uh,
resigned. Like somebody posted, like one of the on Twitter, one of the wrestling sites was like, "It has been reported that MJF did sign a contract with AEW." Like, and then somebody posted the meme of pretends to be shocked. Like, we know, we know he. If he really left AEW and signed with WWE, we would have known by now.
yeah, WWE would not be hiding that for this long. I
So
mean, actually, that's not necessarily true. But the CM Punk thing went through in 2 days and he was back. So
yeah, but and I don't know if AEW does no compete clauses in their contracts.
I don't think they do. Not that
Because
I've heard. Nobody. I've never seen anything that says they've been released and have to wait 90 days. So
Punk definitely didn't. He said it. He said there's no. He didn't have a
Punk apparently didn't sign anything of anything that mattered except for one thing, and that's the one thing he won't talk about. But he talks about everything else. So
that fucking NDA for Brawl Out.
yeah. Which if he signed that, which means the other people involved signed it too, that must have been something really serious.
So I sent you a message in Discord. You probably didn't check it because we're here. Um, we'll keep on rolling through. We'll try our best here, but there's a lot of stuff going on personally that I have to handle. But yeah, what time is it? 12:37. We're. I'm the idiot that waits to record to the very last minute and then realizes oh, I have to be up in 4 hours because I had to take care of dogs because there's nobody else in the household to take care of dogs. And then guess what I have to do? I have to go to a job. And then what I have to do for a job, I have to go to a racetrack. And after a racetrack, I have to come home and I get to go watch SmackDown. And then I breathe, and guess what I get to do? Go back to a racetrack. Oh, while also entertaining a puppy that's 4 months old that doesn't know how to calm the fuck down half the time. Life is crazy right now, but it's fun, and we're living. Um, so
Dude, I feel your pain. I mean,
I had a
I've
plan.
crashed hard. I crashed hard the last 2 nights
Uh,
myself
I did
for
too.
like a couple
I did
hours.
too.
And I mean, I own a business and I've been
Uh,
working 7 days a week, like 10, 12 hours a day for the last
like
two, 2 weeks in a row.
if we record every night, and like I would have been in a hotel room the other night for work. Um, so what I was gonna do, we're gonna go through the shows, not in depth, but what stood out to you most with these shows? If you can think of anything. And like I was gonna run through
I'll
it. We had
just do a quick recap, and we'll just keep it kind of short this week. We won't go 3 hours this time. We'll kind of we only have 3 shows, 4 shows to go through. Usually we have a lot more, but anyways,
do we have four?
do
Yeah,
your
yeah.
thing. Do your
Uh,
thing.
Bianca Belair defeating Tiffany Stratton to advance, as we kind of already hinted at when we did our predictions that Bianca advanced. Some people said that this maybe shouldn't have happened. It wasn't gonna happen if Tiffany. I think it was always gonna happen.
Um, it is a little weird seeing Tiffany get the loss. I mean, she's been well. That's actually not true because she takes the losses. It doesn't hurt her. She's a superstar in the making. Um, I still
Well,
think this is 100% Naya's like
yeah.
this is Nia taking the Queen of the Ring. So this match is a you'd rather have Bianca lose to Nia next week or at in the final.
Mhm.
How's
In the
this going? Yes,
final,
in
yeah,
the finals at Queen of the Ring. You'd rather have Bianca lose to Nia than Tiffany making it that far and losing. I think this is
that's
the better
fair.
choice.
That's fair. That's fair. We had LA Knight and Tama Tonga with Tama Tonga getting the win over LA Knight. I didn't expect that.
They got to be careful with LA right now. They got to be very careful. They're giving them some high profile losses right now, and WWE fans will turn on guys like that if
Mhm.
they lose interest. LA Knight hasn't had a win since WrestleMania, I don't think. So they got to be really careful with LA Knight right now because he's hot. He still is hot, but if you keep giving him losses,
Well,
he's going to lose
he
that
got the
heat.
win to advance in the tournament. I think he beat
That's a good
Sapa.
point, but
So,
I
but yeah, I see
you
what
got
you're
to be
saying.
careful with him. You got to be careful with him. Losing to Tama, it's a weird. It's you're walking a very thin line right now with LA Knight. Like you want him to be, he's huge. You give him too many losses, he's going to lose that fire that he has,
Mhm.
and the fans will turn on him. We've seen it a million times in WWE. The fans, WWE fans are fickle, so you got to be careful.
This match, Jade Cargill, Nia Jax. Nia Jax gets the win after she basically provokes Jade into hitting her with a chair. Um,
Well,
ugh, I didn't know how I felt about it. It
a
was the
DQ,
protection. It was a protection thing for Jade because Jade technically
100%
doesn't,
was a protection,
you know.
100% protection thing for Jade Cargill. The weird thing though is Nia went to hit her with the chair. Jade blocked it horribly, by the way. I'm sorry, that looked horrible. But Jade
Yeah,
blocked it to stole the chair and then hit Nia and got the DQ. I'm sorry, but doesn't Nia get the DQ for hitting her with the
she
chair
got
in
her.
the first fucking
She got her. So
like Nia? The ref was like, "How's that not a DQ?" Like that.
because Jade caught it. I don't.
It's she still try to.
I get it. I understand.
I understand the cause. They just should have never set this match up in the first place. But whatever.
So that means Nia will move on, and as we said, she'll take on Bianca on as we record tomorrow's SmackDown. And we both, well, no, you actually have Nia advancing. I have Bianca. I have Bianca going all the way.
You do.
Up next was this banger. Humberto Carrillo, Angel Garza taking on DIY, Johnny Gargano, and Tommaso Ciampa. DIY is going to pick up the win here, as they should. I I really kind of want just to heal Gargano and Ciampa.
So
Ciampa's
I
a
don't know if
fantastic
it's Champa is fantastic. So is Gargano,
heel.
man.
Yeah.
Those Gargano Adam Cole matches and shit.
Mhm.
Oh, so good. I don't know if this is more me just hating on Legato and just so sick and tired of seeing Legato and LWO, or if this is that I want more from Gargano and Ciampa. Like they can go in the ring every week, put on banner matches, and they do. Like there was nothing wrong with this match physically.
Mhm.
I just feel like there's not enough depth to DIY right now. And yes, a heel turn or something. They need something more than they have right now because you can't just go out and have banner matches every week and not have any kind of emotion behind it. So but then on the flip side, it might just be because I'm so sick and tired of seeing Legato and LWO too. So I don't know. But the match itself was fine, but it didn't hit for me. It just didn't. Something's missing right now from something in this
Yeah, I'm not
fucking
sure what it
shit.
is, to be honest with you, but hopefully this leads to Gargano and Ciampa getting a tag team titles. They deserve them, in my opinion.
Fucking yeah,
This main
better than
event,
Waller and fucking
yeah,
Truth.
that get them our truth, the truth. You mean the theory?
Theory.
This was the main event of the evening. Carmelo Hayes in another main event on SmackDown. He had one with Cody Rhodes, and now he's getting one with Randy freaking Orton. Carmelo deserves it. Obviously, he doesn't get the win. Randy gets the win here. My favorite part of this match was Carmelo going for the punt, missing, obviously. But man, I really enjoyed this match. Carmelo's fantastic.
So yeah, they're giving Carmelo the rub. They really are. He deserves it. He is. This is this is a nice change from the Vince McMahon era of bringing up NXT talent and basically burying them right off the hop.
Hmm.
Um, they're giving the kid a rub. They got to be careful though. This is another one of those things. Is he's got to win a high-profile match eventually on the main roster. He can't keep taking losses. So either you find somebody who's a little less high profile but still a big enough name that you can have him beat, So just to give him a little bit of momentum, you can't have him just losing every week. That being said, this match was awesome, man. Like that RKO. Our,
It never gets old. It
to this
never gets
day,
old.
RKO Randy Orton finds new ways to make the RKO just look phenomenal. Carmelo Hayes sold that like a motherfucking champ.
He's
Um, it
incredible.
doesn't get old. You're right, 100%. This match was start to finish great fucking match, man. I enjoyed every
Carmelo
second of it.
Carmelo Hayes is a
Carmelo's a superstar. He's a superstar.
future world champion, and it's
Yeah.
gonna be fantastic. We'll keep it pushing. Keep it pushing to the May 20th edition of Monday Night Raw. Just more of the King and Queen of the Ring finishing things up. They kick things off with a pretty banger of a match, though. Kind of. It was a banger. The ending did what it did. This was him, Chad Gable, just being a dick, and it's fucking good. It's so good.
So this match, I mean, they went good. Everything about the match, the in ring work, the it was good. You expect nothing less from these two guys, especially Sami Zayn, and he's the heart and soul of WWE, as we all know, back to the
Mhm.
NXT days, even now to this day. Chad Gable, we're probably getting the heel turn we've always wanted for Chad Gable. So these they're both veterans, and they put on a wicked opener. Really set it off for the show. Only thing I didn't like about this match, and I get it because it's telling the story of the Alpha Academy and everything, and I didn't like the interference angles. I just thought it took away from the match they were having.
Yeah, with Ivo.
I didn't like it. I get it and I want it to happen, but I didn't want it to happen in that situation because the two were putting on a good match, but then that momentum would build, then you get the Tozawa spot and
Yeah,
it stop and then it build again and then you get the Maxine spot and it was just like boom and then you
yeah,
get the
that's
it's just like it was like it didn't flow good enough to be a 5-star match per.
mhm,
I mean, you're not
mhm.
gonna get a 5-star match on a fucking opener. Maybe you will if you're in the Tokyo Dome, but it took away from the match and it made the match seem less important in the end, which I get it. I just didn't like it.
I do agree with you. It's just, but it's this is what they're doing, just building the stories, and now we're gonna get into one of my favorite stories. Braun Breaker is a murderer, and he killed this man, Kel Dixon. This man, Kel Dixon, is dead now, because of Braun Breaker, but it's all Adam Pearce's fault.
I mean, everything you said there is true. um, I hope for Braun Breaker's sake that Kale Dixon isn't like the long lost brother of Daryl Dixon because then he's just in trouble. But beyond that, we started watching this match and we had the same reaction Braun Breaker had when he saw this. Like
Another
Kale
squad
Dixon, we're
match.
like, oh, this he's dead. He's dead. And then
Another.
Braun. Oh, this is so good. This is how you got to package Braun Breaker. And apparently later on in the show, when he attacks Ricochet there, a lot of people were actually kind of shocked by that. And I mean, there's rumors that it was kind of a shoot that he just went out of his own way to do that. And it looked
He needs to
so.
keep doing it.
So I mean, if he's just kind of writing his own story here and going for that Brock Lesnar type of I'm gonna just destroy everybody. I said this when we were watching. I'm like, they should have carried this on to NXT. Have NXT open up with Braun Breaker just spearing people, and then have him show up on Dynamite just spearing people, and then have him show up on SmackDown or just spear, just taking out everybody until Adam Pearce
We're
gives him what he
live.
wants.
We're live on AEW Rampage. Oh my God, Braun Breaker's here.
So really, honestly, I love it. Keep going with this. If it's a work, if it's a shoot, if he's legitimately pissed about getting these no matches whatsoever, it's got to be story. I mean, come on. But I like to believe it's a shoot a little bit because what he did to Ricochet was actually pretty brutal. He like that. It was straight on the concrete, and his head hit pretty fucking hard. But make him a fucking beast because that's what he is.
Yes.
He's something different. He's speed, agility, strength, charisma, the look, everything about him. And I mean, there was I can't remember his name now, but it's a guy who wrestled against Scott Steiner and Rick Steiner. Rick Steiner being Braun's dad.
Mhm.
He said that those two motherfuckers were two of the hardest, stiffest workers he had ever worked with in his career, and he believes Braun is probably cut off the same block, that he just works extremely stiff because man, those spears are some of the nastiest spears I've seen since like
Mhm.
Goldberg. Really, if you think about it, I mean, if you want to like, yeah, Goldberg, yeah, whatever, but his spears were brutal, and to this day, a lot of people say Goldberg still is one of the best spears in the business, but Braun Breaker spears look equally as devastating, man. So I'm all for it. Let's just have him tear through everybody until he gets the fucking championship, man.
I agree with you. Let's talk about a massive push happening right now on Monday Night Raw, and that is Lyra Valkyria. She gets the win over Io Sky, and I think we both did not see this coming.
Oh God, no. I let me start up. I've been very critical of Lyra. I've never kind of I don't buy her gimmick, and I've never really seen anything amazing in the ring until this match. I know you weren't into it because yeah, I get it. I wasn't into it originally, but I remember how I said, because I was so involved in the Canucks game that night that I had to go back the next night and watch
Mhm.
it again. And I watched it again, and the second time that I watched this match, I actually focused on it. I'm like, they put on a 20-minute match. Like, we're talking a Raw non-title match. They put on a 20-minute match, and it was good. And Io Sky is phenomenal. She does not disappoint. But Lyra, I'm still not a fan of her gimmick. Her mannerisms, everything going on with Becky right now, I'm not really into it. But her in-ring work is actually pretty damn phenomenal. And I think she has it. I think they got to work on her gimmick a bit, but I think she has it. She can go in the ring. There's an obvious reason she was brought up to the main roster. It's not like that. This is Triple H we're talking, but he knows what's going on. So, but I dig it. I don't like her gimmick. I'm not buying it.
This match was up next. The Awesome Truth defending against Judgment Day. They will retain. Carlito tried to help Judgment Day. Braun Strowman even the odds. Um, I kind of just want the titles off of Miz and R-Truth now. I'm not turning on them by any means. I just think, let's go. Let's get them moved along now.
They got to find the right team to take it off them. Finn and JD obviously is not the right team because Finn is
Mm,
going to be very busy with Damien very soon.
I hope so.
Um, Speaking of which, it was after this match. Yeah, it was after this match. So a little bit before this match, a little bit after this match. I'm going to go into quickly here. Before this match, you had R-Truth and The Miz backstage. R-Truth is talking to his buddy upstairs, Andre the Giant, saying that he's going to help us out tonight. And Miz is like, "Oh, what? No, Andre died like 30 years ago, man. Like, who you talk?" He's like, "No, man. He said he's going to help us out tonight." And it's like, and then Archer's walks off, and Miz looks up and is like, "Man, if you are up there somewhere, we could really use some help tonight with this match." And then Archer's come back, "Who are you talking to, man?" It's like they call me the weird one.
Mm,
Everything R-Truth does, and Miz feeds into it so good. They're the good team for that comedic value. But then, I mean, in this match, Carlito does come out and try to interfere. It doesn't work to his effect. Braun Strowman comes out and just wrecks house. And I guess Braun Strowman is Andre the Giant now. I guess that's who R-Truth is talking about with
he
Braun
is a
Strowman. I mean,
former Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner.
yep. So I mean, makes sense. So R-Truth in his head, the Regeneration X, and I love it, man. But overall, this match was good. I mean, you know, everyone knocks on JD, but the kid, he can go. He can go. He's a good fucking wrestler.
Mm,
Finn is one of my
Finn
favorite
Balor.
wrestlers. Period. And yeah, it was a good match. But yeah, the titles. It's also like Grayson Waller and Austin Theory, R-Truth and the Miz. They don't feel like champions. It's great for R-Truth to have the title win that he got at WrestleMania, but you got to get the titles. R-Truth. I mean, nothing against him, but he's forever going to be a comedic act in the WWE.
So good at it.
He's
So good at
nothing
it.
wrone with that. You need that. It's like Chelsea Green. I love Chelsea Green. I think she's amazing, but she's a comedy side act for the WWE, and there's nothing wrong with that. You need that. That's WWE's always been good at. They've always had that, and if you can feed into it and you can be that person, you're gonna make a lot of money for the WWE. Like those
Uh-huh.
two probably get paid handsomely for what they do.
wanted to kind of speed by this one, but Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark are the new number one contenders for the women's tag team champions, and we both kind of agreed that's probably the only team that makes sense.
Yeah, so I have written down here. Man, I the match itself was fun. It was chaos, as any four way tag team match is gonna be. It just turns into pure chaos. But yeah, none of these. Yeah, Shayna and Zoe are the only reasonable thought to beat them, but they're not. Like, they should never put the titles on Bianca and Jade, because nobody in the there's nobody that legitimately you could believe that could beat them, unless you
They
got to
turn
have
on each
Jade
other.
and Bianca have to turn on each other. That's the only way you're gonna get the titles off them, if they
Yep.
turn on each other, because there's not a single tag team in the women's division that makes sense that could actually beat them, like, legitimately.
Agreed with that. Let's talk about the main event. Gunther does get the win over main event Jey Uso. I'll let you take this one because you didn't see it coming, neither did I, and we had the same thoughts.
Oh man, I thought for sure Jay was gonna get this one, man. I mean, he's been on. I mean, he's the hottest thing that Raw has going right now, I guess you could say. I mean, I love Gunther. I think he's the most dominant champion in recent history, one of the champions in recent history. Nonetheless, I did not see this any. And you know what was weird about this match? I mean, can you have a 17-minute squash match? Because that's what it felt like. Like,
Yeah,
Gunther controlled this whole match all the way through from start to end. Like, he beat the shit out of Jay, man, and it looked brutal. I'm just like, holy shit! Like, can you have a 17-minute squash match? Because I feel like you just did. Um, shock to the winner, obviously, but yeah, Gunther was just dominant through the whole match. Jay didn't stand a chance, and I guess the only redeeming quality to the match was Jay passed out from the coolest looking sleeper hold I've seen in a long time. Like,
true.
that was brutal. That looked like it actually fucking would put you to sleep. I think I'm falling asleep watching it, not in a bad way, but like, it brutal looking sleeper hold. But man, I guess the only redeeming quality for Jay is that he passed out and didn't quit. I guess, but like, wow, just Gunther beat the shit out of Jay in
Mhm.
this match.
Yeah, I think it was the right choice at the end of the day. We'll see what happens in the King and Queen of the Ring tournament, the finals. So, moving forward, we said we are kind of flying through this because Lord have mercy, my schedule is wild. NXT though, we got to talk NXT, of course. Um, and I don't like how they started the show. I didn't want this to happen. I said I didn't want it. Your girl Thea Hale taking on Fallon Henley. Um, I didn't want them in the. I wanted them to go up against each other in the ladder match, not have a qualifying match against each other. But we were here, and Fallon Henley gets the win over Thea Hale. Didn't like it. Didn't I didn't like this match.
Ah, man. I mean, I don't know if this is working for Fallon. It's been 2 weeks now of her being a heel, and I'm just not buying it. The match itself was fine. Yeah, I would have liked to seen both of them in the ladder match. It would have made more sense. Unless they got bigger plans for Thea, I'm not sure. I mean,
Maybe.
she is still very young. Thea. I mean, I think I mentioned during the show, Thea wrestled her first NXT match while she was still in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's wild. Thea's still very young. Um, yeah, obviously Fallon is. They've been prepping Fallon for something big for a while now. Um, but I love Thea, and I just thought this was a weird. Yeah, they should have had both these in the ladder match. I think it would have been
That's
uh,
where I was at with it.
would have had a better story to itself in the match. It's in the ladder match itself.
Face off, face off in the match. It just would have
Yeah,
hit.
I didn't like this either. I especially didn't like it because Thea lost. Like,
Of course, of course.
Thea.
Moving forward, the NXT Tag Team Championship on the line. Axiom Nathan Frazier defending against the family Stax Lorenzo and Luca Cristofino. This match ended in a roll up win for Axiom and Nathan Frazier. Uh, didn't like the finish because apparently the family still has beef with the No Quarter Catch crew. I was really hoping that was over. It's not. That keeps moving along. What do you think of this match?
It was a good match. It was fast paced as you would expect from outside of Luca Crucifino, which I'm still not. a couple matches now he looks good. But I mean, Nathan, Axiom, Stacks, we all
Mhm,
know
mhm.
can go and can go fast and go hard, and that's what they did in this match. I kind of thought maybe, they pulled out the win here and took the titles, but obviously, they have other plans for the Angelo family and Gallus at the moment. No, not Gallus. Sorry, I'm thinking Gallus because I know you're skipping over stuff, which is fine. We can't do 4-hour shows every week, but
Yeah.
um, with Norcoder Kretsch crew, and yeah, I thought that was over too, but I guess it isn't. It was a good match though. It was fast paced, which is what you expect from these guys. I enjoyed the match thoroughly. It's just, yeah,
Mm,
I kind of thought, D'Angelo
more of
family would get
a
this, but
more of a story build at the end that we don't really care for. This match was a I was very excited for. Josh Briggs, Joe Coffey, and Wesley, number one contender match for the NXT North American Championship. The finish came with a double pin. So Joe Coffey and Wesley get up the win, and they will face Obafemi in a triple threat match for the NXT North American title. Don't know how I felt about the finish, but I'm okay with it. And Gallus are being pushed to be a problem.
I do like you even pointed out. I mean, you said you probably haven't seen Gallus. I'm like, I've heard of Gallus though.
Okay.
I've seen clips. Like, but I am here for it. They do look like they could be an absolutely menacing faction in NXT and just tear through the roster. Um, you pointed this out on Dynamite tonight, which is actually kind of funny because they had the double pin, and then on Dynamite they had the
Double
double
submission. Yeah.
submission, and Cicely was like, "Didn't they just do this on NXT last night?"
Yep.
Like, there's always, everybody always brings up, oh, you're copying AEW or you're copying WWE. It's like, yeah, but at least they don't do it back to back. Like, wait a week.
Well,
Looks
and this
questionable.
well, and this episode of NXT was pre-recorded too. So, eh,
That's even worse. If you, oh, maybe not. I don't know.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
actually, that's even worse because they had a week to think about. Oh, I don't know, man. That's kind of suspicious. But yeah, man, it's just that this just sets up another triple threat. I mean, I
I
just
think
feel
it
like
may be
they're.
a way to get.
I just feel like they don't know 100% what to do with Oba and his title. They
I
don't know
think
100% what to do with it.
this is going to set up for Wesley to take the title back, his title that he never lost, and I think Obafemi's going to turn towards Trick Williams.
Ah, yeah, yeah. They've been giving Oba a push. I could see him going for the main title. Like I said, I didn't know much about Wesley. I used him as a jobber on WW2K. He told me apparently that was a mistake, but he left with the injury. He had to relinquish the title, or
Hmm. Yep,
okay. So yeah, I could see that happening. I'm not sold on the triple. Didn't we just have a triple threat for the North American title? But
it was a banger.
um, it was a banner. But it's, I guess wrestling companies are in love with triple threats right now. I
Yeah,
uh,
you gotta find a new picture for Jada. That's not. Nope, I don't like that one. Nope. Need current day Jada.
current day Jade. Okay, I
And there's
couldn't.
nothing more to add to this match. Jada Parker wins.
Yeah, and I don't like Brinley because she tries to be like Thea. So
Oh, so get her off our
um,
screens. Hey, this guy though, Dante Chen, gets a roll up win over Lexus King with a distraction by Mark Stone. I, you have said it multiple times. Just be Brian Pillman Jr. Please.
yeah, 100%. Lean into it. Lean. I'm gonna say it every week. Maybe maybe somebody at WWE will one day watch this. I doubt it, but I mean,
Mm,
wouldn't that be cool?
you
You
never
know,
know. You never know.
maybe we'll blow up one day. People help us. Subscribe, like, do all that fun stuff. No,
Hit the
nonetheless,
bell.
I'm gonna say it every week. Every time Lexus King's involved in anything, I just want to see him be Brian Pillman Jr. I know that he's even come out and said that he wants to kind of make his own identity, but dude, sometimes you just gotta lean into it. I mean, just just try it. Try it for like a week. Just be a loose cannon. Just be a loose
See,
cannon. Just see if it works.
or
Just
just
try it.
have it like pop up here and there.
Show up at Stone Cold's house with a gun. I don't know. Like, okay, not that far, but actually, that would be totally cool if he just like you what you do. Anyways, no.
You remember this bitch?
But
So yeah,
nonetheless, I just think he'd be better as Brian Pillman Jr. He lean into your heritage, and also before you go away from that, Dante Chen. It's kind of funny because I'm like, who the fuck's this guy? He's like, we saw him. Remember? I was like, oh yeah, that's right. He got squashed by Braun Breaker.
yes, he did. Yes, he did. One of the
But
many.
apparently he's a big thing down on Level Up and stuff. So I mean,
Singapore. He is the first WWE superstar from Singapore.
yeah. So apparently he's a big thing, and we might be seeing more of him soon. But for now, he got a win against
Yeah,
Lexis Kane.
and
So
he
I
got a
mean,
pop. He got a pretty big pop too.
he did get a pop. So I mean, there is something there. He's got something going for him so far. So
The main event was this match: Natalia and Carmen Petrovich taking on Shayna Baszler and Lola Vice. The match itself was, uh, Natalia Carmen get the win, which I was fine with. The ending, I did kind of like because the seeds were set for Shayna telling Lola, "Don't do your dancing shit. Don't shake your ass. Let's get the
we're out
win."
here to kick ass. Yeah.
And they lost. Lola knocks out Shayna Baszler, she thinks, and starts doing her dancing and shaking her ass and whatever in her face. And like the Undertaker, Shayna Baszler raises up as Lola's walking away and makes her tap out to the Karabuta clutch. I didn't hate the ending of that moment there. They can go off and do their own thing. Shayna should win every time, but she probably won't. What do you think?
So I think I said this last week or the week before. Shannon Baszler, like she was a big deal there from something like 2000, like when she showed up to like before she left NXT, she was a pretty big deal down NXT. She was super over and everything, and she was dominant. And I think she's the longest title reign or longest amount of time holding the women's title
Yes,
or something,
yes,
two times.
yeah.
Nonetheless, then she came to the main roster, and I think what killed her momentum was Ronda Rousey.
Hmm. It did.
She had it all. Ronda Rousey showed up. She got trapped in that Ronda Rousey vortex. Unlike the Chris Jericho vortex, it's the complete opposite where it just fucks you over. And she's never been the same since. So, fuck you, Ronda. But man, I hope I like this Shayna. I'm glad that she's down on NXT getting some
Mhm.
the fans seem to be for her on this shit. And
'Cause
I'm
they know.
glad she's gonna
They know.
I'm hope she beats the shit out of Lola because I first time I saw Lola in the match, I just tore her to shreds, and then I saw her in the next match, I kind of give her a little prop to him back to you. I really I don't like her. I don't.
I'm not with it.
I do not.
Uh, what was one of the big takeaways to note from NXT? It was we will find out next week who Roxanne's next opponent will be. And that has been up to speculation, and we don't know who it's gonna be because it's a mystery right now.
Thea
Um,
Hale.
that'd be okay with me, actually. I wouldn't hate that. We just watched AEW Dynamite. I don't really have much to talk about with it. If there's anything that stood out to you, I already closed my other laptop, so I totally forget the results and going through the match card. But I did want to hit on the fact that the Young Bucks are fantastic, truly. They're hilarious. They're good. Banning Darby Allin from ringside didn't work. He showed up with the flamethrower. Um, Legitimately a fucking flamethrower. um, yeah,
Dropped off by Tony Khan.
yeah.
So
Tony
Tony
Khan's back.
Khan's back too.
Tony Khan's back. So they're definitely going to win now at Double or Nothing because Tony Khan's back.
Or Tony Khan gets thrown through a table or some shit. I don't
I'm not sure.
know. Yeah, no, I know you're tired and shit, and I get it. It's been a long week for me too, but
And
I'll quickly go through.
This Dynamite overall didn't really do much for me, to be honest, either.
Yeah, so opening match we had Orange Cassidy, Will Ospreay versus Roderick Strong, and Trent Beretta.
Mhm. It was good. That was
It
good.
was it was taking two feuds and putting
Mhm.
them in a tag match together just to save time.
AEW,
I don't know.
AEW.
They do weird matchmaking. I think you'd rather have two scenes. It was a good opener for an opening. I mean, we got Will
Mhm.
Ospreay. Every time he does anything, it's just like holy shit. That
Yes.
front flip over the ropes, everything he does. Orange Cassidy can go just as hard too. He's not super athletic, but he still's got his sweet ass swinging DDTs, and
He is. He
he does
is.
his
You can
suicide
do
dives.
if you can do a kip up with your hands in your pocket, you're athletic.
That's actually impressive as fuck.
It's crazy.
I can't even roll up. So
I'm gonna try that. I'm
um,
gonna try that when we get done here. I'm gonna try to put my hands in my pockets so I can get up.
yeah, man. Yeah, it was a good match. I mean, really, it's kind of what you want for your opener. Hot, everything that's hot right now. Will Ospreay, Orange Cassidy, Trent Beretta, and I'm
Roddy
sorry,
Strong. Roddy Strong.
Roderick Strong. It's 2 year feuds going on right now. It's a good opening. All these guys can fucking go. Trent Beretta is a legend in New Japan. Roderick Strong is a legend from Undisputed. So
Hmm.
what more do you want in an opening match? Really, got the show going. It got everybody pumped. Yeah, fucking great opening match. Yeah, we already touched on it. The Young Bucks barred, told security to bar Darby Allin from entering the arena, passing out, passing out
Flyers.
bars of because nobody knows what Darby Allin looks like apparently. So that's good shit. The Young Bucks have been on fire. This is why they are the best because I didn't buy them right off. I hated them and like I still
You're
kind of hate them,
very
but
aware.
they're so fucking good.
And in ring,
It's
they're fantastic.
Oh, they're so good in the ring, man. Like so good. Bullet Club came out for a little chat. The crowd.
Oh God.
Oh, this crowd is hostile tonight, man. This crowd was hostile. Oh, there's the part where Jay's trying to say Pac, Pac, Pac. Is it Pac, Pac, Pac?
Yeah.
And then the crowd, it's Pac, you idiot.
Who wrote this shit?
Who wrote this shit? It was just like the crowd was hostile tonight. I don't know why they're hating on it because I thought it was a really good segment with Bullet Club. I thought it was a lot of. I love Jay White though, so anything he does is going to be good to me. But the crowd made it better. The crowd.
I should have to add a sound.
Wow,
I
your
need to get that.
crowd.
I need to get that sound and just add a little sounder button that I can push and just who wrote this shit. I'm gonna try and do that.
Do that, man. Man, that was. Oh, I feel like Bruce Pritchard was in the crowd.
That's exactly what
Who
it
wrote
was.
this shit?
That's his
Uh,
fault.
then we had this triple threat match where we touched on talking about NXT with Brian Keith, Katsuyori Shibata versus Hook. Shibata
Yeah,
and Hook getting the double submission
I
for
guess.
the win.
I guess.
The big takeaway is Jericho fed into all the shit people
Yeah.
have been talking about him online and just said, "Yeah, I do want to beat everybody. I want to win every match. I am that guy." He, like I said, he turns a shoot into a work so perfectly. All the shit people say about his line, he's like, "Yeah, I hear it." The Jericho Vortex. He starts using the Jericho Vortex like everybody's saying is bad thing. He takes it, flips around. It's the best thing in the fucking world.
Good.
Jericho's the goat, man. He
So good.
nobody's better at it. He can take anything and make it good. Negative, positive, whatever it is, he takes it, he makes it the best. That's why he's the GOAT. He's
Mhm.
30 years in the business and he's still going strong. I mean, what
He
more do
is.
you want from this guy?
Which I
As for the match itself, wow, I cannot get behind Shibata or Hook still. So I think Hook needs to go to the WWE. I think Hook is the guy that would thrive in the WWE. Triple H, he's young. Triple H would be able to make Hook into a mega star, I think, because Hook has the pieces, but it's just not working in WWE, man. Were you searching something? Did you have something to say, or can I move on?
I was gonna read Hooks. Yeah, 25.
25? Okay, good. So, yeah, it's still young. I think he's the perfect prototype for something Triple H could work with. He does have the looks. He does have the skill. He just needs a little bit of work that I don't think AW can give him. But see what happens here. Oh man, Takeshita versus Matt Sydal. So, like you said, I guess Matt Sydal is just a jobber now. Like,
Mhm. Mhm.
what the fuck
That
are we?
sucks. That just
That
I hate it
that
for
killed
him.
that killed me, man. Matt Sydal is so good, and just have him job to Takeshita too. I mean, I get it. Takeshita's good, really good actually, phenomenal you could say. But you can can't you find a Kale Dixon for him to fight?
Jesus
I
Christ.
don't fucking know. Like
Uh,
Jesus, Matt Sydal. Like seriously, come on, what are you guys doing?
They could have
Um,
they could have found somebody better for that.
yeah, 100%. Swerve Strickland versus Nick Wayne. This was actually a really good fucking match.
We forget
Uh,
Nick Wayne can go.
Nick Wayne can fucking go. We saw his Osprey match in GCW.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, when he was like 16 or some shit, like going with Will Osprey. best in the world and putting on a banner match. And this match was no different. I forget Swerve. Swerve can move. He can move like a cruiser.
He
He
was. He was 205 Live.
like he's good. Swerve is. I get all the hype. I mean, I really do from you. You've been hyped on Swerve forever, and it took me a bit to come along, but I get
Mhm.
it, man. He's that good, and yeah, these two put on a good fucking match. I enjoyed every second of the match. It was only like an 8 minute match, but I enjoyed every second of it. There was
Mhm.
nothing wrong with it. Um, Nick Wayne didn't come out looking weak, losing the match or anything. It was a good fucking match.
It's 19.
19, ridiculous. Kid's got his whole fucking career ahead of him. We're gonna be talking about Nick Wayne in 15 years from now when he's WWE champion.
Okay, easy,
But
easy.
you think AEW is gonna be around in 15 years? Like, it's wishful thinking. Um, because the numbers saying like, whew, the numbers keep dropping for Dynamite and everything. Like, they're getting down to the territories where NXT could have higher numbers again. Um, they got to figure it out. I don't get it because
It's
the,
bad.
the the
It's
last
so
week's
bad.
episode was really bad. This week's episode was
Done doing that.
it was a little better, but it was still not. It wasn't fantastic. It had its moments, but it wasn't like start to finish. Like they had those 6 weeks in a row where it was like start to finish. Like this is the best shit on TV right now. It's better than what WWE was putting out because, but then they just kind of fallen off a cliff again somehow. But see what the pay per view brings. Hopefully, it can bring some excitement back to shit. But yeah. Anyways, back to nonetheless. I mean, yeah, I think I was saying the numbers dropping AEW not been around 15 years. I'm just
Mhm.
saying I'm not one of those guys. I want both companies to thrive because it's good
Yes,
for
sir.
competition.
Yes, sir.
100%. It's you need it. And honestly, I love having a wrestling show to watch almost every night of the week. So let's keep
True.
going with it. Malachi Black and Kyle O'Reilly. I mean,
This the match. The end. Oh my god.
the match. I mean, at first I'm like, why are we having this match? And I'm really, oh yeah, Kyle O'Reilly's kind of friends with Adam Copeland right now.
Mhm.
So Malachi is going up against. So I get the thought behind the match. The match it was okay. There's nothing majorly good about it. I think it was about a 10 minute match. So the match was good. I mean, Kyle O'Reilly can fucking go. Malachi Black can go. We both know this. Malachi Black had fucking absolute bangers back in NXT. AEW has dropped the ball on him massively and not using him to his full potential. I kind of want Malachi back in Alistair territory.
I think.
Um,
I think he needs to come. He needs to come back.
it's now Triple H is in charge, man. Alistair Black Malachi was one of Triple H's boys, man. So anyways, nonetheless, nothing wrong with this match. Two very good in-ring performers. The match went well. It was
Mhm.
a striking back and forth match. You got two strikers in the ring. It looked good. It felt like the match. It, it looked good. It felt good. Nothing wrong with the match. It's the ending overshadowed all that though because we got Brood, we got the bloodbath. Like
Mhm.
see, like yes, this is this this
You think
this.
you can hold this down for just a second? You got it. Go crazy. I'll be right back. I'll be
Okay,
right back.
do your
I'll be right
thing.
back. I'll be right back.
I'm gonna keep talking. So, anyways, yeah, having Adam Copeland back doing the bloodbath, and you're getting that Brood Edge, Adam Copeland, whatever you want to say it is. It's so good, man. Like, how can you not want that? Back when it's just Adam Copeland at his finest, when he's on that unhinged territory of his mind, where he's just he's not a good guy. He's not necessarily. Well, actually, he's probably one of the better. Him and Christian as heels is better than anything. But man, this is just it's going to be so good when the match itself, the barbed wire steel cage match between like you got two supernatural forces going at each other. You got Brood, Adam Copeland versus House of Black, Malachi Black. It's just going. You got the cutest fucking puppy ever. Puppies. Anyways,
So, you know.
but yeah. So nonetheless, the ending is what mattered here. It's set up for the match this weekend, and I can't wait because it's just added a whole another element to this match. And I said it on the prediction show. This is probably going to be. Oh, we have a triple. I could call it a quadruple main event now because we have this match as well. Like, let's just make every match a main event match now. If we're going to talk like AEW, we got a sextuplet main event now because that's what AEW does. We're like, whatever, but
Ooh.
This is the match I'm looking forward to this weekend. This is the match that I want to see this weekend. Malachi Black versus Adam Copeland. Unhinged Adam Copeland. I just can't. So fucking pumped, man. I geeked out
Yes.
so hard, and I could talk about this forever because, oh, I am truly just pumped for this match. This is my match of the weekend.
So yeah, that's my 4-month-old puppy right there. She's a psycho, and
Yeah, well, 4 month puppies usually are cute as shit,
she's
though,
going
man.
to bed. She's going to bed, but she is my sole responsibility. No one else's for a while.
Next match we had here was Tony Storm and Mariah May versus the Outcasts. All,
I don't, I don't, I got nothing to say about it. I got nothing
uh,
for you.
yeah, it's
Serena Deeb showed up.
yeah. Serena Deeb showed up. I mean, I guess the only thing I can really take away from this match is actually what Soraya said after what a fan tweeted on her fucking page. It's like, oh, don't pretend like hiding you in a tag match is going to actually hide your flaws. And she's just like, yeah, I don't think you know anything about anything, but thanks for the follow. Like, that's all I really take away. I love Soraya.
She's fantastic.
I'm glad she's back to wrestling again because what has she been
Yeah,
injured? Like what?
I don't know what the issue was, but there's a lot
But
of people in AEW's roster that I have questions about why they're not on TV. But anyway,
yeah, we touched on that last week a little bit too. But yeah, no, I mean, good to see in our match. Yeah, but outside of that, I wasn't really invested in this match. I mean, obviously it was just for Serena Deeb and Tony Storm shit. Yeah, Sky. Yeah, where has Sky Blue been?
yeah, you're welcome.
She did that dark show where she got yelled at. Oh no, that was yeah the Ring of Honor's tapings or whatever. Anyways, on this, but yeah, like where has
She's
Sky Blue been?
disappeared.
She just put on banners with Willow Nightingale, and now she's been off
Yeah,
TV for 3 weeks.
that's
Like
why I'm like, and I know maybe because Julia got hurt. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know, man. AEW does a lot of weird. They have so much. This kind of goes back to what Triple H took a shot at. They can't keep hiring people and hiring more people and then hiring more people and not getting rid of anybody because you just can't do that. But AEW does that, and then they can't put all their people on TV. Then you put them in dark matches. You got stars like Sky Blue doing dark
Yeah,
matches, and you got Jay White on fucking Rampage forever doing opening shows, and like Triple H isn't Raw. You can't just keep fucking hiring people. Like at a certain point, you like what are you gonna do? It's fucking weird, man. But anyways, guess this is kind of breaking down the final match: Bryan Danielson
yes.
versus Satnam Singh.
This match
What?
didn't matter. The match
What?
didn't matter. The match didn't matter.
Why? I get it. Like big fucking like they say it in the history of the WWE has done this many times, bringing big fucking monsters that don't mean shit. Nobody gives a fuck. Giant Gonzalez, Great Khali, although Great Khali kind of got over for some reason, but all they do is just stumble around the ring and fucking big giant chops. That's all they got. Like the only big man that has ever in the history of wrestling that I've enjoyed and thought was good at his job was Andre the Giant. That's the only fucking one. And that's just because what other choice did he have back in the 80s? It was Andre and Hulk. That was
True.
really your
True.
choice. But I loved Andre the Giant. That's my first wrestling memories is watching Andre versus Hulk Hogan with my dad when I was like 4 years old at
Mhm.
WrestleMania like 3 or some shit, man. First wrestling moments. So anyways, nonetheless, I'm standing by Andre the Giant, the best giant there ever was. All the rest can suck it, except for Big Show. Big Show's cool.
I like Braun Strowman.
But Braun's not really a. He was a. But now he's just fucking jacked. He looks
True.
like
True.
he's not just a big fat fucking 7 foot dude.
Yeah. True. True.
He looks like he could just grab me and you at the same time, fold us together, and go
That's true.
like.
That's true. That's true.
This match meant nothing. It felt like nothing. I hated. Bryan Danielson looked amazing because he kicked the shit out of a 7 foot
It's true.
four giant. But actually, it was probably the most exciting Bryan Danielson's looked in a while because he couldn't do holds all match.
Damn.
Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Post match is what mattered. Fucking the Anarchy in the Arena match, everything's breaking down. You got Jack Perry coming. You got the Young Bucks. You got Okada coming down, and then you got Tony Khan showing up with Darby Allin, and he has a fucking flamethrower.
The last person that needs a flamethrower.
I wouldn't trust that guy with a potato gun, let alone a fucking flamethrower. Okada is just standing off and going like, "What the fuck did I sign up for?" like
It was kind of funny. It was
it was
hilarious.
cool as shit. I thought it
Yeah.
was I thought it was fun.
It makes you get ready and wanna watch what the hell is gonna happen.
100%. It makes you pumped up for the match, and that's cool. And Darby Allin's a psycho, and I love it. And Matt Jackson took the bump through the
Mm,
table.
yeah, he got scraped up too.
Yeah, he's like looking at it like, oh fuck, I got fucked up. But yeah, no, that was a cool bump, and yeah, just Darby Allin with the flamethrower. Like I'm like, and he's at the end, he's like trying to blow it, doesn't blow, and then he's waving it around near the crowd. I'm like, oh shit, he's gonna burn the fucking place down. Jesus
Mhm.
Christ.
It it I think it ran out of steam eventually.
It's I still felt like he was gonna light somebody on fire. Like I'd be seriously worried that he'd light somebody on fire
It was
just
very
because it'd
possible.
be cool as shit. um, the time like they like lit Kane on fire, like
Oh,
he would
yeah.
just do it though. Um, Nonetheless, yeah, that was the end of the show. It does get you pumped for Anarchy in the Ring
Mhm,
100%. It did what it had to do. That was probably the high of the show, really. The show itself is
mhm.
okay. It was better than last week, thank God, because last week sucked.
Last week was tough. Last week was a tough watch.
Tough. This one I could sit through and enjoy it. I enjoyed sitting through it. I wasn't like, is this over yet? Some of the matches were whatever, but they were quick matches, thank God. I mean, you could
Mhm,
have a 30-minute boring ass match and really hate life, but a 8-minute slow match is whatever. But yeah, overall, it's a good week of wrestling, and really, it's just setting up the big shows are this weekend. The
yes.
shows that matter this weekend, they're going to be
Yes.
banner shows, man. We got Cody versus Logan.
If you could do one thing, one
What's
you
that?
get one thing from this weekend, any all the rest, you get one thing. What is the one thing you want to happen the most?
That I want to happen?
Yep.
Oh wow, Liv Morgan taking the title.
Ooh, I was gonna say Uncle Howdy shows up. The Wild Six arrive.
I think you got to give this to Liv here though, but
I agree.
the
Don't get me
Wyatt
wrong.
Six is a close second, 100%. But that's more of a question of it could happen, it probably will happen, but it might not.
Mhm.
But I think Liv, you got to give it to Liv here. Do it.
Yeah.
You got to set up this Rhea feud, because all the seeds are being planted. You got to have her have the title for when Rhea comes back. If she doesn't have the title when it comes back, the feud feels less. This is one of those feuds that needs that title because that's Rhea's title, and Liv's holding on to it, and she's stealing all her fucking friends from Judgment Day. It's
Yes.
the perfect story for SummerSlam. You can't beat it. So that's what I want to happen this week. I want Liv to beat Becky, and then Wyatt Six showing up, or at least
With that.
Uncle Howdy showing up, or maybe Bo Dallas showing up as the Fiend. Who knows?
Ooh, that'd be really cool. Well, any other parting words for the beautiful people?
No. I think you know we got a lot of wrestling coming. We still got to finish Resurgence at some point. We will
I
give you
know.
guys a video on Resurgence.
Yeah.
It was a banner show. We watched a couple matches already, and they were pretty solid.
Mhm.
But we haven't got to the big matches yet, which are the ones that I really want to see.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah, I was
we're
dozing
both
off. I wanted to make sure we had full attention for that.
no, 100%. And we'll get it to you guys. We'll put out a Resurgence episode
Mhm.
just for Resurgence. Maybe we'll do a whole. Yeah, we got the pay per views, man. We got a lot of wrestling, and we're both super busy, but we do our best to give you guys the content, give you guys the breakdown of the last week in wrestling. We're just going to kind of continue to amp up our presentation.
Mhm.
Honestly, give us comments if you guys want. What you like, what you don't like. Call us idiots. Don't call us idiots. Give us questions you want answered. Maybe give us some ideas that you want to see. I don't know. You do it. You guys are the ones watching this, so that's what we're here. I mean, honestly, we're here because we love wrestling so
Yes,
much and we love talking
absolutely.
about it. But I mean, if we can get some fans along the way to interact with and just kind of
Shoot the
have
shit.
some back and forth banter about
Yeah.
shit. Everybody has different opinions on wrestling. We want to hear people's opinions on wrestling. We have our opinions. You may not agree with our opinions. You may agree with them. Who knows? Tell us you do. Tell us you don't.
Mhm.
We'll do our best to respond to this stuff. I mean, that's what we want. We want to talk to people about wrestling. We love wrestling. That's how me and Kurt have become actually really good friends is over wrestling.
Mhm.
We just love wrestling. We watch so much fucking wrestling. I've never watched as much wrestling in my life,
Same.
and I probably
It's
wouldn't have if it wasn't for this guy. So
yep.
I appreciate every and I love talking about it with my homie here. So
Well, with that being said, thank you. That was beautiful, kind words. I enjoy every second of this. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will be back next week, and we will not speed rush through things like we did tonight. I just have, as you saw, a basically a child to take care of because
And you had me
yeah,
rambling about a match for an extra
yeah, I
5 minute
came back and you're still
organization.
talking about it. I
I was
did
like,
hear
I don't know
you.
where to go. I don't know. You're the leader. You're the maestro.
I
I'm just
did
like,
hear
I'm
you.
just gonna keep. I'm gonna keep repeating
Here's a
myself,
dog. Here's a puppy.
which I was okay. I was cool with it because I actually
Mm,
am absolutely pumped for that match. But I was just like,
yep.
can I repeat the shit I already said twice already for a fourth time? Yeah, I'm good. Let's go.
Well, with that being said, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll play some music to get us out of here. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'm Kurt. That's RK. Thank you so much, and hopefully we'll be in the Tokyo Dome very soon.
5 stars.
See you guys later.